quick recap for well, you probably watched the videos, or if you didn't, you read the recap about what happened, who died, who didn't die, and stuff like that. So, first of all, the most interesting part of this will be to bring the party together, because otherwise it's going to be even more complicated than it has any right to be. So, in order to do that, we will start with yeah, I've got the solution. So, Ravandil, Shafnium, and Urist. You three stepped outside of a shrine, correct?
We just left.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at Orist. Shaft's still pissed. Like, he's still fucking furious.
alright. So, as you are leaving the shrine, and where do you head for?
Well,
we gotta get back to the city, right?
Yeah,
we have a couple months. What I'm thinking is, first off, we have to meet up with this guy, right? We gotta actually sit down with him and have diplomacy. At the very least, let's find a nice diplomatic location. I'm thinking somewhere high up in the mountain. We take a quick look around, preferably somewhere with a really nice view.
Alright. Yeah, I have Alpha, and then you're going to shout him off of it.
I mean,
The old Skyrim one.
I look at Urist and I seriously contemplate finding a way to lift him up and toss him off the side of a mountain. And then I realize, no, he's too. And then I realized, no, he's too heavy. After I learn levitate.
It's too thick.
So, the fact is, as you are trying to leave, I mean, you leave the shrine and I suppose you head for the portal again, hoping it works both ways.
Oh god, I hope it works both ways.
Yeah.
So, as you are doing that, instead, we have, so, now, while you are heading for there, we move a bit the focus to Donner and Pose. Yeah, Donner and Pose. So, you two have had a tiring day out in the wilderness outside of the city of Egladrin, where you were busy with dealing with bandits, brigands, and generally ensuring that the merchants and the supplies for the city would be forthcoming for, another day. The problem is, as you return, as the sun dies out over the horizon, and you return to the city, you find it blazing with flames and smoke everywhere, and people, you actually realized, as you were making your way back into the city, that there were quite a few caravans of people just rushing away while muttering about a madness that had taken over the people of the city of Egladrin. And so, Pose of Green, you are a druid, and you are a druid of the glade of the city of Egladrin, because this way it's easier to get things moving.
Okay.
Makes sense. Maybe she was
Sure.
just in the maybe she was just in the basement the last time that we were there.
Yeah, no, and
I was outside the city.
exactly. And
we are having a nap.
and Donner is a friendly adventurer who gives a hand out to the druid glade in exchange for money and whatever. And
Yeah, I do minor mending with my cantrips, so yeah, I get money from that.
yeah. So
I mean, that's one way to spread the name of your god.
Kajit has healing,
Look,
you have a coin.
I'm a druid, not a priest.
yeah, it's nature.
I worship nature, man, not some god. Just
No,
just
nature is your god.
Nature is not.
Wait
So-
for the edible to kick in.
So the
Waiting.
so you basically make your way into the city, I suppose, and well, from the city you quickly realize that all around you people are, I mean, they're kind of partying. They're like, the noble lord is dead, long live the mayor, or the priest will know what
Oh.
to do, and stuff like that.
Cool. Is there a place they're getting drinks since they're partying, or is it
Actually, you have the feeling that the burned down inn around the corner has supplied most of the alcohol.
I'm gonna go see if I can get like a tankard or something to drink.
Well, as you near a group of rambunctious drinkers and revolutionaries, they actually laugh as they're drinking, and one of them quite rudely goes, "Oi, kitty cat, wouldn't you rather have some milk?" You realize they are drunk off they're literally utterly drunk, like.
So Shafnium was originally worried when he was coming into the city. He was wondering, oh god, everything's on fire. And then when we saw everybody was partying and the Lord is dead and all that, thought, oh, well, I guess somebody just found my piece.
No, Shafnium and the others, you're coming in later. Don't worry. It's going to be... It's... So,
Okay.
what do you do?
I'll go up to the guy who shouted the milk comment.
Yeah?
Stare him down.
He
Does he still have a tankard?
he does. He's it's half empty or half full, depending on if you're an optimist or a realist. And he's just he has a lopsided grin on his face, and you're pretty much sure he's. I mean, he's there. He's drunk, and he's laughing.
Okay. I'll be like, oh, this mouthy baby needs his drink. I'm just gonna push his tankard even more into his mouth. Just
All right, give me a strength check.
Strength shit. How do I?
It's
Do you shoot?
yeah.
You hit the strength button.
Yeah.
So
Two.
yeah, basically you wanted to do that, so you bring your hand up, and he's
Is that
drunk.
right? Strength save.
Yeah, no, it's the same. I mean, strength check or strength save, it's going to give the same result.
Okay, fine.
So,
You boop him on the nose.
so no, you
Always-
basically
always
put a hand
go for next
on
year.
his tankard of ale, and you try to push, and it's like a wall. He's probably a wall of drunken muscles. He's not moving, and he looks and goes, "Nah, this is beer. This is for men, warriors who fought and burned down the evil nobles." And he takes another sip of his tankard.
Okay, fine. Can I is there anyone around him?
Yes, more than one person.
Shit.
Yeah, they're all laughing. Like they clearly are all drunk, and they're just laughing at the scene.
You're in good company, already trying to find a way to hurt the people who spite you.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say that now. It's just I rolled a fucking 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of evil plans that never went into function because people rolled low. Like,
Can I just
yeah?
can I just pretend as if I don't really care, but can I just steal whatever is on him?
Yeah, it's a...
Coins.
Should be... Let me just a moment, because it's actually a check. Sleight of hand.
Please do not fuck me up.
Well...
Ah!
No. You're lucky because, I mean, he's drunk, so you've got advantage on it. So it's the
Okay.
15, not the
Yes.
7. So,
Yes.
you manage to pilfer out of his body the tankard he was drinking from, and he doesn't realize it.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it over his head and then walk away.
Alright. And,
Pour
well,
it all over his head and walk away.
yeah, he's still there laughing, not really understanding what went on, but...
That's fine. My petsiness is done. I'm done.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Donner, you've seen the scene happen, and do you do anything, or do you
I'm
just?
mostly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll say I trust you. We've been out here long enough, so I'm not too worried about this mess. Also, I don't. After seeing you fail the first time, I didn't want to get involved.
Nice.
So fun.
I need to
fine,
figure out
I
this
did
guy's
it.
motivation at some point. So this is how it happens. No, I'm worried about my stuff right now. I have obviously important research notes that I care about. The city was partially on fire, so I've kind of been nervous this whole time about going home and actually checking on.
Well, it
stuff.
depends. Where was your home? So you have an option. So the slums, the noble quarters, the artisan district, near the barracks.
Oh,
Probably the
artisan-
No, quiet. You're not quiet. So, the answer is yours. So, just give me an answer and the rest of you quiet.
the artisan district.
Alright, fine. We're still there. No, because the noble district pretty much went alight. So, there's nothing left there. So, if you had told me the noble district, you would have found nothing. So, good guess. So, so do you? I guess at this point, Pose of Green needs to. I mean, do you go to the Druid Glade or do you follow Donner as he looks for his notes?
I'll go with Donor. I mean,
All
we
right.
were working in the last job.
Yeah.
I think. Was that right?
Yeah.
So I've got some mild interest in him.
All right. So, Donner, as you head for the artisan district, you can give me a perception check.
Who?
Donner.
Both of us?
No, Donner.
Okay.
Alright. You head on back to your home and you realize that somebody probably did try to get into the artisan district, but judging by the blood splattered all over the cobblestone road, they did not go very far before going backwards where they came from. So you managed to step inside your home without a problem, and your notes are all still there.
All right. Breathe a sigh of relief. Turn to pause.
Pause. Yeah.
Pause. So, okay. So my stuff is fine. You need to check your stuff.
No, I bring everything with me.
All right. Good.
So you still need to be paid for the day you spent outside the city, and the ones who are going to pay you are the druids of the glade of the city.
Oh, sweet.
So
Donor, shall we go get our cash? I would really want to get cash now.
Yes, definitely.
so
So
Yep.
as you head for the druid glade, I'll finally change the map because we have a map. So let's see if I have actually activated the fog of war, or if you can see everything about it. Can you see everything? Yes, you should, because there's no fog of war.
Yeah.
Yep. So lower left is where you can put your character tokens, or I'll just do it for you. Like 1 and 2.
Okay.
Try to move them just to see if you can.
how do I?
Yep. You just touch one and then.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Cool.
as you step inside, yeah, the animals in the glade are pretty much peaceful, and they don't. They're used to humans and whatnot. As you near the head of the druid glade, the tiger purrs back and is generally happy about it.
Yay.
So, Lynn, who's the one in charge, and I'm just going to write the name down so I no longer let's see if it's. There we go. So, Lynn is the one who's in charge of ensuring the protection of the faithful of nature within and outside the city. And she's an elf with 2 short swords strapped to her belt and a long billowing grey cloak. She looks at you and then smiles, seeing that you're both healthy and in one piece. Oh, it's so nice to see you once more, Pose and Donner. If you hadn't noticed, the situation in the city is quite dangerous.
Oh no, didn't notice at all.
Yeah, I can see that. So you must have. So first of all, before I forget, she gives both of you 20 gold coins,
Ooh, nice.
which is the pay for having spent the day outside fighting bandits and just doing stuff. Then she says, we have a bigger problem. A group of brave adventurers volunteered to explore the secret passage through the crypts underneath the city, and we haven't heard from them in hours. So, if possible, the Glade would love it if you were to lend them a hand.
I just lean over Paz's shoulder and just ask what the current rate is for helping the adventurers.
Well,
That's a good question. What is the current rate for helping these adventurers?
Well, the Glade would be really happy, and we are talking about a really dangerous situation that concerns the lives of everyone, not just of the city, but of the world. However, speaking about ongoing rates, I think we can argue 200 gold coins each.
What do you think, Donor? Sound good?
Yeah, considering I currently have 20 to my name, it sounds like increasing that by 10 is pretty good math.
Yeah, 200 gold each. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Lynn, we will definitely want to do this. Where should we go? And what's their
Well,
next,
Don't worry.
location?
From what I understood, the head priest of a temple was told of a secret passage through a teleportation circle that should lead in the general direction of where the adventurers went. So he'll explain things more. And what basically happens, if you have no further questions, is that you get sent to the ruined remains of a burning temple, of which once was the main temple of a city. And the head priest kind of looks worriedly over a large hole which has been dug near the side of a temple, which leads deep into the catacombs of the city of Egladrin. And as you near him, he quickly explains the situation, and it's not a good situation. So, the head priest is an old human man with white hair and dark brown eyes. He looks at you and with a heartfelt sig whispers, "We're so screwed." Like,
Hi, head priest.
hello.
What happened?
Listen, children. The situation is dangerous and fraught with peril indeed. The city secretly, you know that the city's cemetery harbors many corpses, many once adventurers who died on the way to glory, or who actually achieved glory and then died here. And the fact is that one of the best guarded secrets of a city, the orbs of power, were stolen by a wicked demonic cult. And a group of adventurers bravely ventured into the catacombs and faced off with cultists, but they have gone missing. And we fear for their lives and for the lives of us all if they were to fail further. So we just need to go look if they're still alive or not. And if they are, then aid them. And if they are not, then just try to come back and notify us.
Can I just ask, Head
Yeah?
Priest, what's this adventuring party? What are they made of?
Well,
Like, we didn't get
from
pictures.
what I understand, there should be a half dwarf with an armor and 2 elves.
And they look like they could handle themselves?
They looked like they could handle them. At least they did manage to head through the catacombs, and from what I have managed to piece together, they actually fought quite a few undead creatures.
Ah, yeah.
So
good point.
they should be able. Just be careful. And the thing is, I remember that one of them mentioned that there was a teleportation circle and a password, and I think it was something like Eshowdow. Shadow is the greatest of all. So perhaps this will be useful to you.
Cool, thanks.
All right.
Well,
Do you
if
want
you
to head down there, Donor, or do you want to do something else?
No, I think we're good to go. Sorry, I've been a little quiet. My character sheet did not update right, so I
Yeah, it's
have to
fine, it's fine,
update
it's fine.
Little bits.
so
Okay. But all right, lead on.
So you
I
step inside
guess-
the catacombs, you go through hallways which you realize have been cleaned, and you see here and there some signs where battles were waged. You see dried blood in the form of pentagrams still hanging around, splatters of blood, corpses, and then you reach the room which the priest kind of directed you to. And on the ground there is this teleportation circle which appears to be unlit, so without power.
I
Okay.
just walk around the circle,
Yeah?
just looking at it.
Yeah, can I, as the magic,
Yeah?
well, as a sorcerer, I just kind of want to take a look at the teleportation circle just to see
Sure.
if there's anything I can glean from it.
Give me an arcane check.
Sorry?
An arcana check.
Okay.
So it's a 10. Alright, so you realize this is a teleportation circle and you are relatively sure that it requires a specific password to activate once more.
Okay. Look at pause. All right. So, you want to go first? Go together?
Go together, I guess. Do you even remember what the password was? I wasn't really listening.
Shadow is the greatest, something like that.
Shadow.
Gotta be
I
something.
I wait for Donner to step onto the thing and then step
Mhm.
on afterwards and be like, Shadow is the greatest.
No. You're missing one part of it. Yeah, the screams in the background are a part of the experience.
Someone needs to
I thought that was my soul for a second. Am I the only one who remembers this password?
Yeah, probably so, but don't you dare say it. If they don't remember, they have to do the walk of shame back to the head priest.
Is it like Shadow
damn it.
Shar is the greatest?
Shadow
Yeah.
Shar is, or was it Shadow is the greatest?
That
Shadow.
the moment Pose says
No,
a shadow
no, we can't
shadow
help them.
is the greatest, the moment she says that, they both disappear, and the scene is this: as the group of Ravandil, Shafnium, and Urist reaches for the portal exit, for the portal, a Tabaxi and a, let me see what Donner is, because I already
Half elf.
a half elf emerge from the portal, and the half and on the other side, Donner and Pose see a group of two elves and a human-like creature standing in front of them.
Well, obviously, I'm just suddenly very, very startled when I see two people show up from the freaking portal. I give a yelp, I fall backwards on my ass.
Same.
One.
God.
Two elves, Donner. There's two elves here. And a dwarf. Guess we found them.
That lines up. All right.
My name is Paws of Green. Nice to meet you.
I
we
am-
got-
Donnery Claire.
Sure, let's go with that. Paws.
Mm-hmm.
We got sent here by the head priest and a few other people.
I get up off the ground, I dust myself off.
Look, it's a
I
it's a tabaxi name.
I look both of them up and down, and I say, "All right, there's a surefire way to test this." And I pull out a blunt from my pocket, and I start making to light the end of it. Which one of you wants a hit?
Can I figure out what he lit up?
Yeah, I mean, it should be. I mean, you don't want to know, but yeah, sure, you can find out. I suppose. Yeah, nature check.
Nature check. And here we go.
So
It's an 11.
you kind of have your nose wrinkles at the smell, and you're like, maybe you smelled it once, but you don't really remember. But it's definitely a kind of relaxing smell, like. But that's as far as you go.
Relaxing is one word for it.
I shall pass. Thank you.
All right, and I look at the other one. You. I've already forgotten your name. You want a hit?
Kind of. I think I'm having flashbacks to college.
But arcane college, so it's even worse.
Oh yeah, it was a bad trip for like a semester at least. You wouldn't know what that's like, I'm sure.
Bruh. I know that feeling so well. I take a deep huff of my blunt. I exhale. And then I take out my bong as well.
You just take out a ball.
All right, I will take a tentative hit.
Well, it's fine if you do, and I mean, you take a tentative hit, and it's kind of a strong thing. It's like you're relatively sure this would kill an elephant if.
I will warn you now. I am a high elf, which means that I have a very high immunity to most substances. I've drunken Urst over here under the table. It's true. The things I put in my body would kill lesser men.
I just look at Donner. What's happening to him right now?
I mean, he just took a really small sniff. Like, it's just the small sniff kind of put him in a hot box situation. So, but it was just a small sniff. Like, if he actually wants to go ahead and do a big puff, then he'll give me a constitution check. Otherwise, it's fine.
I'm just looking at him and I'm waiting for his eyes to start turning pink.
All right, you know what? Sure, let's go for it.
Go on, Donner.
Alright then.
I will take the big puff and
Yeah.
do the con check.
Alright, peer pressure
My
hits
bad.
again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's a decent save. You take a deep breath, and then you kind of feel your muscles relax. You don't know where all the tension you had in your body came from, but it's gone. It's melted away. It's no longer there. You're feeling like all the worries you had in your life were meaningless. And you have everyone else was like this lopsided smile on Donna's face, and he's pretty much happy.
So I take back the blunt from him. I pat him on the shoulder and I say, "Well done, sir. Well done." And then I use the end of the blunt to light the end of the bong and heat it up. And I inhale some of that. And then I take a turn inhaling the blunt too, and in one go, in one inhale, and I hold it in, and I just sort of stand there without breathing.
So after this
For like 2
calumet
minutes.
of peace meeting where you're basically smoking with one another, and what do you do?
Well, I'm standing there. I'm holding in the smoke from 2 completely different substances for 2 solid minutes, and then I exhale.
You release this kind of dragon of smoke that just floats by and leaves with a roar.
I put out the blunt. I put away my bong. I finish patting myself off. I take another deep breath and I exhale a little more smoke.
How are you doing there, Donner?
You know, I think these guys are okay. You know, maybe just maybe wait this whole thing out, right? Whatever's going on, not that important.
Donner, please. This is like, we just have to go back to Lynn. And we just gotta say to her, "Hi, we found them." And then we can, wait it out after. But we gotta go back. Because this is like the easiest 200 gold we've made.
Yeah, probably.
There is no reaction at the 200 gold for Donner.
Yeah, no, money no longer matters to Donner. He's seen paradise and he's happy where he is.
Donner, research. Your research. You need power.
You
I
know,
feel like
I'm,
I need someone to hit me with like a shocking grasp or something.
I'm looking really impressed at Donner. I can't believe you've made it this long without feeling the side effects.
So, how are you going to get back?
Well, first, I ponder his sentence of maybe needing a shocking grasp.
Yeah?
And then I snap my fingers and
Yeah?
I go up to him and I do a thunderclap. It's
Wait.
not a shocking grasp,
Now, wait.
but it's got thunder in it.
Yeah, but thunderclap.
That's
Wait
very
a moment.
Sorry.
Wait a moment. Ah, no, alright, thunderclap, not thunder wave. I was like, shit.
No, thunderclap. Thunderclap. Look, I'm not gonna spend slots just right now.
Right.
So,
Oh, it's like knock, but for druids.
Yeah.
And worse.
I mean, it's
Yeah, so anyone else who was around me and Donner also have to do the same.
I mean, it's a 5 feet. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess
I'm
you.
like 10 feet away.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
I'm
you
like
tell
10 feet
them what you're about to do because that way they can move out of the
Oh,
way.
no.
What?
No, I don't tell them.
No,
I
no.
just, I, like, because right now I'm looking at Donner I'm looking in front of Donner, so whoever was nearby.
Everyone at +4 to the save, because I got fucking auras.
Oh, that's
Nice.
true. Okay, so what am I hitting? I'm hitting,
Constitution.
and then I'll add
Alright.
4 to it. Okay, so it should be a 12.
Okay.
So yeah, well, Ravandir's fine with a +0 even is. Yeah.
I'm shocked. I'm just so shocked by everything that it's the.
So yeah, Ravandir's.
Donner is also totally fine.
So it's on a failed save. Yeah, no. So on a failed save. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking out. Yeah, that's the.
I tap the outside of my ears and check for blood, and when I don't see any, I just look at I look at Pause, and I just frown at her in disappointment. We were having a thing.
Why did you ruin it?
He snapped you out of it.
No, don't bother giving me excuses. I literally can't hear any of them right now.
So
I just like mind snapping in the face.
So while
yeah,
It
so
didn't
the
actually
snap
damage me,
kind of
but-
echoed around the mountains around you, and you kind of hear the echo of it just keep on going and going and going.
but I perk up at the sound
Yep.
and just wait. Is there lightning storm going on? Is there lightning?
No, there is not.
And then get really disappointed when I realize there's no flash of light.
Sorry, Donner.
Oh,
Sorry, Donner.
I thought we were getting a half elf, not a fucking puppy. He's more adorable than the Tabaxi.
Well, you know, the adorable ones die first.
This is so cute.
So,
So we have a cat and a dog.
so do you try to use the portal on the way back?
Yeah.
So what?
All right, so I look at everybody. We all know the password, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
A shadow is a shadow, right?
Oh my gosh,
Can I
that's
say-
not
No,
it.
it's
That's-
greatest is
It's
the
No,
a shadow.
no, I'll do it. The greatest shadow is a shadow's shadow.
No.
No. It's a shadow. Shadow will always prevail.
No.
Did you make that blue noise?
Shadow, 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 shadow.
I make sure everyone's in the portal.
Nothing happens.
I mean, if we're all making guesses, eventually we'll get it.
At some point, the right combination of syllables will come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thereabouts.
Well, you kind
just
of
roll the
keep
probability
saying
for
words after words, but the portal does not seem to activate.
Shadow, something.
No.
Shadow is superior.
No. Nothing happens. You start to
Get the
have.
fucking password.
You start to have the sinking feeling that it's a one-way portal.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no!
And
All right. Can I try to confirm that with
Arcana check. Yep.
Yeah, can I help with this?
Yeah, you can give advantage on the roll of donor. So Arcana check. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, donor. You realize that maybe it's not a one-way portal, but it requires probably a different password, which you do not have.
We need another password.
Let's go back and ask the hobgoblin.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a bit embarrassing, but
Okay, if we... Alright. maybe we should explain the situation to these two so they're actually in the loop. Here,
But what if we didn't though?
Oris, you act as scout while each of us takes one of our new companions aside and explains the situation. Ravi,
I'll scout ahead.
Okay. Ravi, you and Donner can go together. I'll stick with Pause and I'll explain the situation. And Oris, you're scouting the area now?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, you just scout the area. All right, so I take Pause aside and Ravi.
Yeah.
Ravi, you take Donner. You
This is part
explain.
where I actually need to close my ears, like out of game. 'Cause I'm down for that.
No, you don't need to close your ears out of game. I mean,
I mean, you don't have to, but like, I don't know.
Okay, I do
I mean-
it.
We can
Alright,
send the private message in Discord.
Type something in chat when you're done.
Okay, so I start speaking to Pause, and before anything else, I ask her. So what languages do you know? Before we start.
I know a fair few. I don't know.
All right, I'm just gonna run off a quick list so that we're on the same page. Do you know? Let's see. Do you know Sylvan?
Yes, I can speak Sylvan, and I say that in Sylvan.
Splendid. I reply back. Okay, now listen. Our friend Orist, he fucked up, and he fucked up bad. And he made a promise to a hobgoblin in a cave that we would bring back an orb that has the ability to awaken and control a Tarask. Obviously, we're not going to do any of that because that's stupid. But because Orist is a paladin, a promise is a promise, and now his life is quite literally on the line if we don't bring this orb back to this asshole who's obviously going to betray us. Now, that's clearly a stupid move, but we found a loophole that'll get Orist out of this unfathomable fuck-up that he's put himself into.
Kill the hobgoblin and bring the orb back to his dead body?
No, that won't
Oh.
work.
Oh.
No, we have to kill the hobgoblin without Orist knowing we killed the hobgoblin. Otherwise, he will have broken his vow. This is
Okay.
unacceptable. So, our plan at the moment is to knock him unconscious with drugs, with really, really good drugs. And then we arrive, disguised as each other. I can play Orist just fine. We lure the hobgoblin up to a really high place, and we thunderwave him off the side of the mountain to his death alongside his guards.
I mean, that's a good idea, but I still don't see why the paladin considers bringing the orb back to this hobgoblin, but
It's
it's a
because a
hobgoblin
paladin.
corpse.
It's because a paladin is. When a paladin makes a promise, they have to uphold that promise to the best of their ability. It doesn't matter if it's a stupid promise; they have to do it because they've sworn on their god, and that is literally where all of their power and good fortune comes from. If they fail to abide by the promise of their god because of their own
No.
actions,
No, I understand that part. What I don't get is that if this paladin just swore that he will bring the orb back to this hobgoblin, then he can bring the orb back to the hobgoblin, but the hobgoblin is just a corpse.
if
Do
the
you see what I
hobgoblin's a corpse, then it's not really him anymore.
Really?
It's a
they
dead
tend to do the
body.
same thing. It's just a hobgoblin. It's just a corpse, though.
If it's a dead body, it's not the person who made the promise with Orist. There is a way to get around it. Obviously, we kill the hobgoblin, but if Orist knows that we killed him, or if Orist knows that we turned around and backstabbed this guy after he made that promise, he will fall. Now, to save him, and to kill this hobgoblin for putting
I don't know if
Orist
you
in
guys
this
are
terrible,
talking, but I'll be right back.
to save Orist from this terrible, terrible situation, we have to drug him, and we have to knock him unconscious for about a day. For his own good. We need to backstab him. So, Ravi is currently explaining the plan to our companion Donner, and I'm sure that even in his inebriated state, he will understand the necessity of this plan.
Pause
And
is
I'm
not
explaining
laughing.
this to you.
I'm just saying out loud. Pause is not laughing. This is me, Kai, just laughing.
Now I'm saying this to you. Now I'm explaining this to you in as straightforward a manner as I can. We don't mean him harm. I mean him harm. We don't. I understand. It's not his fault. He did a stupid thing, and now we have to pay the price for his actions. And there are consequences for these types of actions.
Fair.
So you understand. That.
But what do I get out of it?
Well, you get a fair share of the 10,000 gold pieces that were promised to us for the delivery of that orb. And
Equal
you
share.
know, honestly, I'll give you half of my share.
Coming back inside the room.
Throw in some of the ingredients that you made for that thing you gave to Donner, because really his face was just fucking hilarious.
I hold out my
Yeah, but-
hand and I hold out my hand and I say, "Perfect. Let's shake on it."
Shake on it.
Yeah, and in the
Excellent.
background was like, the pact is sealed! Like, with thunderstorms and...
All right, Ravi, how goes explaining the situation to Donner?
Perfectly. I told him exactly what he needed to know, and he gave it this look of pure determination. I think he understood everything I said to him. I give you a thumbs up.
All right. Now, here's how it's going to go. Urist is not going to trust me with his glass. We need to get him to a town. We need to celebrate the fact that we have liberated a city, and we got to make it look like I'm forgiving him. But there's no way in hell that he would trust me with his glass. So what we're really going to do is we're going to have Ravi use detect poison on it. I give air quotes to that. And tell him that it's clear, and you're going to be the one who gives him the drink. Because you're new. He's not going to expect you. He might think that the half-elf is in on it, but he won't think that the cute kitty druid is going to hurt him.
I like your optimism with the cute cutesy druid idea, because, and here, like, Paws just grins really wildly, showing off all the sharp teeth. Not that cute.
I mean, I'm high right now. Everything looks fluffy to me.
Yeah, he'd go right into the mouth of a dragon just to hug him.
Dragon tongues are warm. Have you ever slept on one?
No, because I like to
I
sleep
hug
for...
him.
Oh.
I just hug him.
Alright, so... Ravandil, you explain the situation to Donner, right?
Yes.
Donner, did you understand the situation? I mean, I'm...
We'll go
Alright.
I was gonna say I understand like 3/4 of it, let's say. Which
Uh,
3/4? I'm not sure. We'll determine that later.
Alright,
I mean, I believe.
so someone notify Uris that he can come back into the chat.
Okay, let me send him a message.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back in a second now.
What's up?
Alright. So,
We've now had our private conversations. I had an enlightening talk about nature with the druid.
Specifically, how
Exactly.
you're going to give me some of your ingredients for that thing, right?
Well, look, it's an
I point-
amazing thing, and it deserves to be shared. I would have given it to you for
I
free.
point at the blunt. I know you offered it earlier, but it's just, I'd like to know the
It's the
ingredients. I like
principle
to
of
know
so
the
the
ingredients
night, I mean, when the night is about to come down over your heads, if you walk back to the shrine, you should arrive somewhere in the middle of it. Or you can
Alright.
sleep near the portal exit and head for the shrine first thing in the morning. Or you can
But it's really freaking cold.
a long journey to one of the nearest cities or villages or whatever up north. Just going.
Checking the map, the two nearest locations are.
Kilmer's
Yeah, I
Deep.
can't pronounce that one, but the other one is
Yeah,
I
Rusty
can't-
Top.
okay, I'm glad one of us could
And-
pronounce that.
Asvart's Valley.
Svartskil.
It would take
Asvart's-
about the same amount of time to get to either of them.
Yeah,
but
but well, basically 5 days for each. Yeah.
But Rosthorpe is like smack dab in the middle of these two different locations, and I figure that over the course of 5 days, that increases our odds of getting the necessary ingredients for our plan from the nature around us. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to sacrifice all of my hallucinogenics and knockout drugs on Urist.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I'm aggressively saying that out loud so that you can hear it, because at this point, it's like an open secret. You know that I'm still pissed off with Urist. You know Shaft is still fucking furious, so of course he's making threats.
Alright, so what are you going to do? Sleep near the portal, head for the shrine, or do a 5-day trek to Rusty Top?
Wait, what's the time right now?
Night.
It's
Like,
almost night.
yeah, I mean, it should be time for dinner, or as the British would say, supper, and then night.
Tea.
Yeah.
Or as the Edgelords would say, dark food. It's almost time for dark food.
Yeah, and magical girls would say cute food. So, what are you going to do?
Alright.
I need to know if I need to roll for the Tarask Awakening or not. So,
Okay, we have like 5. If it's a 5-day trip, that's really a 10-day trip because we have to come back this way anyway.
yeah.
So
So there's like a shrine over there. What's with the shrine? What was inside?
A bunch of goblins, basically, and possibly cultists.
if we
And
go
a hook
back
cult,
to the shrine,
which we killed.
all right,
And,
and
you
if
stripped it clean, or
no, we weren't able to get in all that deep before they managed to block us off. As is, if we go right back, they might just shoot us for our incompetence.
fair.
Uh.
I go out. I just leave the group and start hunting around for some food.
Alright, survival.
All right,
what
it is.
roll,
I'll
sorry?
help.
Survival. It's literally the survival roll.
Survival.
Okay, I'll help.
Okay.
I
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
That caravan garving duty was really tiring.
So
I mean,
you
I
don't
better-
know whether Shafnium helped or not, because you're relatively sure that I mean you catch nothing, but you don't know if it's because since Shafnium smokes so much, the animals ran away thinking there was a forest fire going on, or
Oh fuck! I'm walking chimney.
Yeah.
but
I'm
Is
just,
it possible for you to make that smokeless?
I look at her as though, partly as though she spoke heresy to me, and partly as if
I'm not
I don't wanna
I'm
wait-
not asking you to stop. I'm just asking you, is it possible for you to magic it so that there's no smoke, but you're still you?
it's fire. There's gonna be smoke no matter what. I mean, I could break out the lozenges, but I was saving those for when I was near death.
and Ravandil
Well,
tries and fails again. So
hold up. I got
Wow,
some.
he even had a fucking 20 and it wasn't enough. Shit.
I am gonna use. I am
Okay,
gonna use
look,
my,
Someone's got to be able to get.
wait,
Someone has to get.
let me hear what he
I'm
has to say.
I'm gonna use my background ability, which is the Wanderer
Yeah.
feature, which lets me forage for food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people.
See? See, this is
Yo.
why backgrounds are important.
Oh, I forgot to mention I also have that.
So why
for
didn't
fuck's
you
sake.
tell me?
I'm sorry.
So, at a certain point, you're like everyone is looking at one another and being really sad. There's no food, and then two people kind of buzz and go, "Oh, wait a moment! I know how to want food." And then they both run in opposite direction and they come back with food for 10 people. And they're like,
They
"See,
just come
see."
back.
Party time.
You legit just left and came back, and now you have enough food for 10 people. That's. I just sort of rubbed my chin. You know, I think this is really unfair if I wasn't the one who was eating 2 meals.
I mean, I look at you weirdly. 10 people. Maybe 9. I eat twice as much. And then...
Great.
Oh,
So we
wait,
each
I
get
was
2
supposed
meals.
to forage food for you guys too?
Oris, did you?
Ba-da-ba-ba. No, I was just joking how he eats a lot. He's got food.
Oh.
for-
Are we
So,
all just like rolling tubs of fat? Is that it? Is this the quest?
Real thick.
I'm amazed that we have the ability to sneak with. I'm amazed we have the ability to sneak with the sound of our thighs clapping in the forest.
That's why I failed my stealth check.
actually, everybody
This is 4.
everybody in the world is morbidly obese, so the slapping is like the normal sound.
You hear that sound? That slapping in the distance? Those are the birds.
Yeah.
They're like chickens.
So, you eat dinner and then do you do guard turns or do you just sleep like babies, waiting to be slit by the throat?
Yeah.
Sure, I can
Well,
take first watch.
Well, the
we're
elves
gonna
don't need to
camp
sleep.
this time. Fuck that exhaustion shit.
yeah.
Else is 4 hours sleep, isn't it?
Yeah, but they can keep watch.
Wait, do we
Well, we-
make a toast?
Yeah,
Toast?
but would you trust Shafnium, Shaft to keep watch?
Okay, no, but all right, but that still means we don't need as many people.
That's true.
Yeah.
Listen. Just because I'm high, that doesn't mean I can't see around me. It should be fine. We can have a
Yeah,
toast.
the problem is you see
Look, I
more
just don't
like,
want to be woken up by you seeing all the pink elephants.
Orist, if I drug your food right now, you probably won't wake up. So, I won't touch anything going in your general direction. And Rappy,
Yeah.
as a show of good faith, just like check for any kind of poison. I look at Orist, I frown at him. I'm just really disgusted with this man right now, and every time that I've been pissed off at someone, I've done something terrible to ruin their day forever.
Yes, yes.
And you know it's true, Rabby. You know it's true. I ruined that innkeeper's day. I ruined that guard's day, that other guard's day. And now I'm feeling the side effects of my weed. It's a downer, man. And then I sort of just, I start crying and I walk off to the side. I'm happy again. And I'm good. And I take a step away from my absolute horrifying depression back into the group like nothing actually happened. Anyway, I have severe mood swings. Partly because I just have them. Partly because of the meds. So I would never be trusted near anyone's drink anyway. Urist, you're in good hands.
I'm glad to hear that.
So,
Doing.
I'm going to need a roll, and it's going to be I'm going to assume, I'm going to assume the most beneficial solution possible, but, Urist, you need to give me a perception check.
Okay.
Who does?
Urist.
Tourist does.
All right.
Alright. Now, I need you to give me a constitution check.
Check or saving throw?
Saving throw.
Am I awake for this?
Yep, you are. I mean,
How many drinks did you have, Oris?
Like, is this happening after I've already fallen asleep?
no, this happens while you are eating.
Oh, okay.
So,
How much stuff did you eat?
well, he ate what he ate, but so, Urist, you feel really, really sleepy, and you kind of just yawn, and then you head to bed really, really quickly, and your eyes are closed. You're not dead, you're just asleep.
This dwarf really, really snores a lot, doesn't he?
All right.
So, Urist is...
Over. All right. As soon as he is unconscious, as soon as he's asleep,
Yeah?
I look towards everybody else. Okay. We all know the plan.
Sure.
Damn.
All right. Here's how it's going to go. Step 1. We have to convince these people to come to us for a meeting. We already scouted the location a little bit before coming back to the portal. There's probably a nice, high place with a good view. We can set up a table. Lickety-split. I snap my fingers. And once we have that table set up, I'm going to be disguised as Orist. Each of you are going to be disguised as Ravi, and, of course, as me. And Ravi's going to be invisible. When the shit gets real, and when we pass over to them a bag filled with a few rocks and this sensation of pure evil, we're going to toss it to a campfire right between them. The bag's going to be full of flour and lamp oil. It's going to explode and startle them. And as they're reeling back, we'll use Thunderwave to knock them off the side of a cliff, killing them. Thus freeing Orist. When he wakes up, we're going to tell him that we had an amazing party, that it was a crazy, ridiculous thing. Then we went to meet with the Hobgoblin. We're going to give him this whole story about how he came with us, how there was a fight, how we were all so worried for him. We're not trying to kill him. We're just trying to knock him out for his own good in order to save him from himself.
So, you head back to the shrine, I guess.
Yes.
Who's-
After
Yeah?
I've disguised myself as I disguised
Yeah, but
myself as Orist.
Do you bring Urist along, or do you leave him there? That's the question.
Can we just carry him? And
What?
put him
Oh shit!
somewhere.
But he's really fucking heavy. Let's put him in a tree. Like let's put him. He's not gonna wake up for like 24 hours. We have
actually,
that much time. So let's
Can you
put
disguise him as a rock?
No.
I could disguise.
No,
him
no, no.
as
You
a rock.
cannot disguise someone as another object, or I mean, it needs to be the same race. So
Here's-
human
here's
to
what we
humanoid, but
Here's what we can do. Pause. Can you like make a hammock between two high up trees with me? And we can put Orist in the hammock. And then once everything's said and done, we bring him down, and that's the problem solved. Altogether, it should take about 6 hours.
We can help you with that, I guess. I don't have any particular spells for it.
All right. So there's 4 of us who are doing this. We got to stash Orist somewhere for the next 6 or so hours. I say we put him in. I say we put him towards the top of a tree somewhere with some sturdy-looking branches, and just have him supported there. He's not gonna roll or tumble in his sleep. He is fucking out. There is space. There's being spaced out, and then there is Orist right now. and he is nowhere near tangible space.
Honestly,
He's nowhere near the
Very
concept
much.
of space.
I'm just going to point out one really quick thing, and you are in the mountains. It's night. If you leave him on a hammock atop 2 tall trees, he's going to become an ice cream. Like, you know, a frozen lollipop tourist of ice.
That is true. Very cold. as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, new
Not
plan.
too
New plan.
musical.
New plan. He's only going to be unconscious for 24 hours. I say we put him in a bed rest. We cover up the bed rest with some leaves, like some whatever we can. We just cover it up with whatever we can, and we make it look like there's nothing to see here, nothing at all. I'm not
Alright,
going to use any kind of spells, but I do know that
so
I can at least use the disguise kit not to make him look like a rock or anything,
yeah,
but at the very least I can make him look like a goblin.
yeah.
Be a survival check, wouldn't it? To
So-
disguise someone.
Not if you have a disguise kit.
I
Oh,
do have a disguise kit.
Nice.
So give me a deception check, and let's see how well you disguise him as an hobgoblin.
The beautiful thing is I have 2 disguise kits, so if I fail, you guys can hop aboard.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent, somewhat, like, you kind of, from afar and in the dark, he probably look like a hobgoblin.
Okay. I look towards the... Well, in the dark, it's irrelevant. All of our enemies have dark vision, so I look at everybody else. Does this pass for you guys? If it doesn't, I can always do it again. It's not too late. This takes me, like, minutes to do. It's not hard, and he's not gonna move.
All right. Do it again.
Yeah,
Like-
do it again. Alright.
Just do it again, like, maybe it's fine, and...
So I'll roll deception again.
So, you basically paint his face orange, and not only do you paint it orange, but you're not going to make him any better than that. Like, unless you wash his face, but then you risk him waking up. So,
Okay, I have 2 disguise kits on me. I pass them around, and I look at everybody else. Okay, guys, look. I'm looking at this, and I know it sucks. And
it's
I
glowing
feel-
orange in the middle of the night. It's casting off its own light.
I can already tell that this is a bad idea. So, tell you what, each of you just roll. I think each of you can just roll deception. So,
Just throw on it whatever you
Check.
find.
My
least
deception is
one
a
of you.
-1. So.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Each of you just roll deception.
So-
Mathematically, someone has.
Shit.
So Donner kind of, I mean, shit, like, nah, I mean, he's not only glowing, he's orange, bright green, bright red, he's like a rainbow of colors, and, yeah, no, it's not getting any better, like, you basically have this mass of colors atop a poor person's face, and he's a cocoon of light and penises and
In my defense, I didn't know we were trying to make this happen. I thought we were just drawing dicks on them.
My bad.
Okay, we're going to try this again.
no, you cannot. It's done. It's a done deal. End of a line. That's what he is. It's not changing for the next 24 hours.
I have 2 disguise kits. They used 1.
No, it's not done by. It's
Alright.
done. It's one check and that's it. End of a line.
Damn it! Damn it!
What happened was
Okay.
that you gave 1 each to like me and Ravendil, and then one of us, no, me and Donner and Ravendil, and one of them when they were done gave it to me.
I'm just assuming we all took turns with the disguise kits, and none of us fucking.
Yeah, you basically have a Picasso Urist. Like the face of Urist is like that drawn by Picasso in his extreme periods.
That was fucking terrible. Okay, well, a show of hands. Who here knows how to cast Unseen Servant?
No one raises the hand.
No.
Okay, I know how to cast Unseen Servant. All right, so let's see. How long does Unseen Servant last?
It disappears if you're going too far from him.
Well, he could follow us, but like, how long does it last?
1 hour per level, maybe even more, I guess.
It lasts for at least a couple of hours. I know that. Like, this
Yeah.
is a long-lasting spell.
1 hour,
So,
literally
all
1
right, I figure
hour.
I'll cast. Let's see. Also, how long does invisibility last? About the same amount of time.
Invisibility
about the
might
same
have
amount.
been a better idea to start with. It's
Okay, I
touch,
didn't want to
but
waste
it
invisibility.
can last up to 1 hour, but it's concentration.
Right. So if Orist moves or anything, it fails.
No, if you lose concentration, it fails.
If I lose, oh wow, that's.
Yeah, if you're the one who's throwing
Okay.
invisibility, it's on your concentration, not on his.
All right.
Yeah, now,
Alright,
silent
but-
image would work, but the range is 60 feet. So,
Yeah.
and only up to 10 minutes.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a tent around Orist so that nobody can see the inside, and we're going to paint the side of the tent with the symbol of the cult.
Knowing your luck, it's going to end up being more penises, just so you know.
Giant rock-shaped tomb. That's
Yeah, So
placed
let's just. I'm going to assume that we take
at
like
the
an.
end of a long shaft.
Stay.
I'm going to assume we take like an hour to get that done.
Yeah, sure, I mean, it's your time, so yeah, it's fine. After 1 hour, you're...
After 1 hour, we've got like a
Can I,
tent. I'm gonna
Sorry,
say
go on.
like after about an hour, we have a tent set up over Orist, and we have the side of it painted with the symbol of the cult. So
Yeah,
now at least he's covered and nobody can see his paint, right?
yeah.
At the very least, now there's like 50-50 odds that if somebody finds him, they won't kill him, and that's satisfying enough for me. We're gonna leave him be. If something wakes him up, I pity them.
For the face they will see will
Yeah.
shock them to the core.
I mean,
Just
if it can't
ensure-
deceive them,
Hmm.
if it can't deceive them, at the very least, it'll scare the shit out of them.
So, now that you've done this, what do you do?
All right, now,
I just leave his weapons near him, just in case.
well, now we have to use the disguise kits to disguise ourselves as each other.
I mean, the only one who needs to
Because-
disguise is whoever's going to be Urist. Like,
Well,
Oh.
it's not just that. We have a tabaxi and a half elf.
but, well, you have another problem also. Urist is a paladin. He wears armor. Who's going to wear his armor?
I'm gonna have to use disguise self. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to get away. But at the very least, what I can do is, if I'm gonna use disguise self,
Ah, well, yeah.
can-
If you use the spell for the... Yes, you can.
at the very least, what I can do is I can use makeup on myself to look like Urist with a disguise kit, and then cast disguise self for the armor instead of anything else.
You can
At
try.
the very
Give,
least, I'll have real physical features that will pass scrutiny.
give me deception. Once more.
Wait, why? Are you using two things on yourself? Why not just use disguise self for the whole thing?
Oh.
Because if it's just disguise self, that increases the odds of them detecting. Whereas if I use disguise self and a costume, even if they detect through the magic and see through the illusion, they'll still see that I look like Urus, so they'll
You're a
assume that the
high
armor.
elf. He's a dwarf. You're taller than him.
I have a disguise kit, and they're
Okay.
racist.
All humanoids that are not bugbears or hobgoblins are just humanoids. Who cares?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna have to roll deception again.
Yep. Give,
Oh, sweet Jesus!
give us another one.
Dice gods, don't fail me now.
Fail him, dice gods. Fail him. Nah!
Oh wow.
That's a good
Nice.
one. Yeah. So, Urist pretty much comes to life from Shafnium's face. So, you're relatively sure Shafnium was a half dwarf all along. And now you have confirmation.
Okay, and now I use disguise self to put the armor on, and complete the full costume.
I mean,
So
this
now
guy
I look-
self, perhaps when you're closer to the shrine. Because if
That's fair.
I'm
you're
not wrong, it doesn't last that much. Ah, well, it
You're
lasts
right, it
1 hour,
doesn't,
yeah,
so-
but it's better to throw it when you're there, not when you're...
Right. Honestly, I might not need to. If I just, like, make myself look more, monkly, I can increase the odds of, like a priest or a monk. If I just grab, like, is there, like, a robe or something that I can throw on and make myself look unarmed and like a man of peace?
I mean,
The cultist
So
robes.
yeah.
I need to look like Urist if he took off his armor and decided that he was coming for totally peaceful negotiations.
So, in his underpants.
I'll be wearing a robe.
Yeah.
With the underpants underneath.
Yes. Yes, with the underpants underneath.
So,
Right.
you...
So I got
With his underpants.
So I've got my costume set up. Now we have to disguise the other two. We have to disguise Donner and Pause. We got to disguise each of you as high elves, all right? So sit still. We're going to get this done.
What are you
Now,
going
I
to
say
do?
that we-
Bring a razor to the tabaxi? I mean, how are you going to...
I am very furry. If you take a razor anywhere near my fur, I will slap you. And I got sharp claws.
I pull out
It's
a
1v4.
rubber I pull out a rubber mask that kind of looks like my face.
No! This is not
I
Detective
think you'll be
Conan.
fine.
This is not case closed.
Okay, it's not made of rubber. It's made of leather, and it looks like it might have been somebody else's face.
I actually would allow that, but we would have to discuss whose face it is.
Oh, I don't know. It's like almost 50 years old. I can't remember anything from 100 years ago.
No face, no skinned off faces, Shafnium.
I still have the disguise kit. I'm assuming that if it's a disguise kit, it's meant for the use of literally anyone who touches it. So realistically, it wouldn't just have like razors and shaving cream. It would have like
yes,
fake
but
skin
it's
and stuff
not
like that.
going
You can-
to. I mean, you can probably disguise Donner, but there's no way in hell you're disguising
Can I just like
Pose.
stay maybe 15 feet back and sneak?
Well, what I could do is
That is a valuable solution also. I mean, she just doesn't step in. If your objective is to get them to come out of a shrine, then she doesn't need to come inside the shrine.
That's true. I could hide ahead of in that place where the meeting place is, and then
Okay,
when you guys
can,
come over, I can.
you can
attack.
hide with Ravi. You can hide
Or-
with Ravi.
Or we can swap roles. She
Ravi,
hides and I take my place, and then you disguise Donner as you. I mean, he's a half elf. Just
Okay,
make
I'll
the
disguise- I'll disguise Donner as, well, yeah.
You.
I'll disguise Donner as me, so let's roll deception for that. And remember, worst case scenario, we can all roll deception.
Okay.
There's no way it's gonna happen again where it's all failures.
And then it happens again.
I mean, you kind of see the light through the tent, and sometimes, yeah, it's good. Shafnium, you actually start to wonder if perhaps you had an unwanted son somewhere during your 100 year of... because now the resemblance is there.
Ah, shit, what did I do again? Alright,
Donner
so,
just looks at Shafnium and, just has a moment of questioning whether or not finally he's found his long lost father.
It actually could
Alright.
be. I mean,
very likely.
I mean,
It
I'm
is-
only like 40, so
It is very horrifyingly likely.
so you know what? You should have been like, Daddy, and he'd be, son.
God damn.
Alright, so Donner looks like me. I look like Urus. Ravi is going to be invisible. And Pause is going to be sneaking around in the background. We gotta at least have one more form of insurance. So I'll cast invisibility from the second level and use concentration to make the two of them invisible, because I'm not going to be casting any of their spells, and all I have is a bag of flour and lamp oil on my hand that I'll be tossing into the fire to startle the guys anyway. So I say that we go forward, we make a little campfire outside the shrine.
Alright.
Is there like a sharp drop off after the shrine? Like, it's high up in the mountains.
Yes,
If I knock
but if you check where it is, it's literally between hills, and in front of him it's flat terrain. It's done on purpose. I mean, I picked that area on purpose, because it's defensible and allows only one way in, which is through a wide terrain.
Okay, let me just zoom in a little.
Yeah, that's because
So, like-
hobgoblins know how to defend themselves.
Can you point where the sharp drop is?
There is no sharp drop. That's what
Sorry?
there is no sharp drop.
Okay, is there a sharp drop in any of the area around?
Well, technically, any triangle area could possibly have a pit or a crevice or whatever.
Can we just do a quick search for crevices and stuff? Would that be a survival check?
Yes, it would be a survival check.
Alright, let's all do a quick survival check and look for a sharp drop that we can have this meeting at.
Alright. While you are doing that, Urist,
Oh, I hit stealth instead of...
Yes?
I
I'm
accidentally made myself disappear.
yeah, Urist, I'm going to ask you, would you like a high percentage or a low percentage?
Oh, I rolled a 22.
Yeah, it's fine,
And
it's fine,
another
just...
22.
Urist.
Let's say high percentage.
Alright. Ooh,
94.
someone's born lucky. So, as the rest of your team is looking around for a sharp drop, and they kind of find a lot of them, like it's holes everywhere. Urist, you are rudely woken up in the
damn it.
middle of the night by a worried figure that looks down on you and goes, "Hey, is everything alright?" And you see that this figure is a dwarf with a long white beard and has all the appearance of being a hermit of sorts. "Hey, is everything alright, lad?"
No, what time is it?
I don't know, but I mean, do you think it's wise to just fall asleep all alone in the middle of fucking nowhere with that crap on your face? Like, what were you thinking?
My god.
Thinking ahead isn't really one of my strong suits.
God damn
Hey,
it!
I'm Urus.
Yeah, hi Orist. I'm
Good.
dun dun dun. What's my name? Oh wow.
Say shade, I'm gonna fucking lose this.
No. I'm Glanir from Clan Daraln. I'm Glanir, dwarf of Clan Daraln. And
Do the customary handshake.
yeah, I've been spending my time hanging around this place after I saw the kinds of evil, foul magics that spawned from this area. And I've got a nose for evil, and as he says that, he taps his nose. So, I mean, why are you sleeping here? Don't you know that there's a portal from which evil spawns just outside your tent? What if somebody else had come and it wasn't me? Like, I don't know, a demon or a shadow or worst.
Well, I mean, if it was either undead or, a demon, I would have just killed it.
Is
Unlike a
it
demon,
just?
I could
I'm sorry, lad, but is the war paint a part of it?
And Urus is gonna check around on his face.
So you basically put a hand to your face, and a large clump of stuff comes off. You're kind of scared at first, like what the fuck is this my beard? But it's not your beard. It's just clumps and clumps and clumps of poorly applied makeup, and you
A lot of penis.
you know Clayface from Batman. You kind of remove all of it, and then you throw them on the ground, and it's like this big pile of stuff.
You know what? Don't worry about that.
I mean, the hermit has a quarterstaff, and he just pokes the clump with his stick, and is like, "Oh well, it's your life. I'm not questioning it, youngster." Well, anyway, he steps outside, and if you follow, he steps outside of your tent, tourist, and you realize you were sleeping in a tent, and there's the symbol of a cultist drawn on the side of a tent, and you look around and you're alone. Your party members are nowhere to be seen.
I guess they must have gone to renegotiate about the orb earlier.
And
Figured out the password.
meanwhile, the hermit, whose name is Glanir, looks at you and goes, "Well, lad, I don't think it's safe for you to sleep here. I mean, I don't have much, but I have a small cabin off in the mountain if you want."
I'm gonna do an insight check on this guy.
Sure, go for it.
He's being malicious.
He's
Oh.
pretty old, and you think he pretty much doesn't care. Like, he's old, he's a hermit, you're the first fellow kind of dwarf he's seen in a long time. He just wants to chat for the company.
I'm gonna stretch, grab my stuff, and go with him.
Alright, so you follow the hermit, and while you're doing that, the rest of the group, you regroup, I guess, and you have found a lot of crevices and holes where you can bring the people. So what do you do now?
I guess we said Shaforist to go arrange a meeting, since you know he's the one who made the promise.
So, Shafnium, you go inside the shrine alone.
All right. I
suppose-
approach. I approach the hobgoblins. I have my
Alright.
arms held up in front of me, showing that I am completely unarmed.
So, just give me a second. So, well, you know, it's back up here, the entrance.
All right. How do I put my icon there?
You just... Wait, I'll just drag it.
Oh, super.
Yeah, just... Yeah, I need to keep giving you some kind of background, because white on white just makes it impossible to see. So,
Okay.
I'll give you a blue tint. There we go. So,
All right. So
Just give
I
me-
enter.
yeah, just give me a second. I have to erase Urist and Ravandir's icons because they're not here. So,
Okay.
as you step inside, just a moment because I need to check if everything is in the right place. Because if it's not, yeah, it should be. Oh well, if you see a Tarask, then there shouldn't be a Tarask. So,
All right. So I enter. I hold
Yeah.
up my hands. And
Oh my god.
why is there two of me?
because the second one was the first token, and I'm going to erase it. There's no longer two of you.
Okay.
You see nothing.
So,
So there are hobgoblins like right there.
yeah. So, one of our goblin turns
I-
and looks at you, sniffs the air, and goes, "And what are you doing here? Already back?" He has a kind of cruel smile on his face. The track was maybe too worrisome for a human, and he laughs.
I look him dead in the eye and I say, in my best Orist impression, we found the orb.
Or
We're here to bargain.
he will go for an insight check. And he miserably fails. He's like, Svatso, well, quite quick for a humanoid. Do you have it on you?
Okay, so I hold up a finger, I reach into my pocket, and I pull out the small sack with some flour and oil on it.
Yeah?
I use prestidigitation on it in order to make it smell like blood.
I'm going to need an initiative check, Shafnium.
Initiative?
Yes.
They're gonna attack me, aren't they?
I am really sorry for what is about to happen, Shafnium, but yes.
They're going to kill me, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need the initiative. Like, just give me a second, I'll add you to it. And then you can start... you know, there's a saying, never split the party, and there's a reason for it. It's a
Oh god.
really bad reason, but you'll soon find out. So, I cannot hide them any longer because they're going to pop up in the turn order, so you should be able to... Do you actually see them or not? In the
I
turn...
have dark vision, I can see them. And
No,
there's
no,
a
I
campfire
said
right
in
there.
the turn order. How many creatures do you see?
3.
Nice! So, if I keep them
Oh, fuck.
in the GM table, you do not see them. Nice. Well, nice for me, not for you. So
Oh god.
this is the initiative of the 3
That's
guys.
low. That's very low.
Do the just have secret technique.
And then, just give me a second, because these guys, I need to go for them, and it's... Alright. So, this one's got a... Nice! Nice. So... Yeah, I mean, maybe you're lucky. Who knows? And then... These 2... No, you're not lucky. You're shit out of luck. Fuck. So...
Okay.
So
So the first one who gets the attack is the guy with the 18.
no, it's the one with the 22. Which you...
With what?
The 22, which you haven't seen. I've just been rolling initiatives, Shafnium.
Oh.
So...
Shit.
I mean, when you will see this, looking back, and I'll upload the video, you will realize just how bad the situation was. So, 1, 2...
I mean, the fact that I have a 13 at all means that it increases my odds of being able to run the opposite direction screaming.
Yes, that is... If you survive, that is exactly what I want you to do. It's the only way you're going to survive this. Just so you know. So, let's see. Maybe I'm lucky, but I certainly have advantage. Do I hit you with a 14? Just a 14.
My armor class is a 14.
Then it's a yes. So...
I think he does.
I think that hits.
No, it's not that you're dead, but... Let's see. Look who's here now.
Oh god.
A shadow
I'm
appears
sorry,
from...
what is that?
It's a shadow.
It's behind
Oh,
you.
that's not great.
A shadow appears
Not
from
great.
behind you, like from your very shadow. Probably when it's night, shadows do not appear during the day, but during the night, they actually go around. And I mean, this is the cult of a shadow, the demon shadow, the demon of shadows, you know, I mean,
Shadows.
yeah, shadows. So,
So I'm gonna get hit by 2 people before
I
I
mean,
run away.
the first, well, maybe the shadow will do the job. So it's 10 damage, 10 necrotic damage.
So that's 1d10 or 10 each.
No, it's 2d6 plus 2, that's 10 damage. That's the damage of the one shadow that hit you. And
Okay, so I have 30 health now.
you lose 1 point of strength.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. So I
Then
only have-
it's up to this bugbear back here, and he blows the horn. So, alerting everyone else in the premises. He's got the orb! And
Do we hear that?
yeah, I mean, from outside, you hear this bellowing horn sound, and this raucous scream, he's got the orb! Take him dead! Not even take him alive or dead, take him dead!
I fucking book it. I fucking
It's
book it.
not, I mean, Shafnium, don't move. Oh, wait, I'm about to move a dungeon by mistake, and I don't want to move a dungeon, but I moved the dungeon a little bit, and so let's go back to no, I have to stay here. So the hobgoblin does only that because he doesn't want to get close to you, because he remembers the last time you pretty much cleaved through all of them. But that was Urist, not you. But now, guess who's up next? The second shadow. Oh fuck, come on. Shit. I'm kind of moving the map around a bit because oh, come on, no. Alright, this should be doable. Back to object and token. Alright. So, the second shadow pounces on you from the front. And let's see, maybe he...
Alright.
So, the first one misses, but the second one is a hit and it's a 21. So...
I have 9 health points. I have 9 hit points left.
How can you have nine hit points?
9 hit points left, yes.
I hit you for
After a
10.
21. Oh,
I did...
I thought that was a 21.
No, that's just my roll to hit and with advantage, so it's just one attack that comes, and it's 2d6 plus 2. It's 9 damage.
Oh. So a 9.
Yeah. And
So you don't...
you lose 1 point of strength. Again.
Okay, so I'm at 9 strength right now.
Yep.
Just gonna mark that.
Now it's
Fine,
your
I don't really
turn.
use strength. I'm running. I'm running.
Are you running or are you
Out of there.
disengaging? Yeah. So,
Yep, I am booking it.
so
Just disengage as they get opportunity attacks.
yeah, no, he's disengaging to avoid them.
I am using disengage. I'm a monk. I have access to that, so I currently have 1 key point.
All right. So the problem is, you see Shafnium run out of it, but this time, are you familiar with that beautiful scene of the floating dementors as they rush for their prey?
Oh god.
Oh god.
So
They want the orb! They want the orb! They want the orb!
from behind him, like from the mouth of a shrine, and actually shadows are faster than you, so they are going to catch up regardless. Like next turn, they're on you. So, just give me a second. I'm going to pick some kind of. I'm going to just. I mean, when you see how quick it is to create a map where Shafnium can die, just like really quickly, I'll just put a simple a simple background of brown, which is the pants of Shafnium. Then I'll just move this here. So the brown is the color of Shafnium pants. And then we'll just put some tokens in of shadows. So, shadow number 1, shadow number 2, and a special guest from, let's see, yes, special guest 1, special guest 2, special guest 3. Perfect. So,
2 shadows and a fucking hobgoblin. No, a
So.
bugbear. 2 goblins.
Shafnium is
Bugbear.
here. Then I'll just put everyone else in, and then we can distribute them wherever you want, and be like, sure. Well, there's no Urist, so Is
Actually, can I ask you a question?
yeah?
Am I still oathbound now? Just out of game?
I mean,
Like, they
you
betrayed us.
are
Yeah,
off-bound, but you don't know what your teammates are doing, so it's fine. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
you could guess they just put you to sleep and abandoned you, like they would do with a dog they no longer want. So
Oh.
so
My God.
I'm going to be needing
Oh.
some. So wait, I'll clear the turn order. Yeah, numerically, blah blah. Remove all turn, clear.
I'm gonna refresh the.
Yeah,
Oh,
then
okay,
just
so
give me a
that's
second.
working.
Add turn. Add
I just
turn.
see 2 shadows on
Add
the
turn.
big brown board right now.
Add turn. Yeah, no, but it's. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just that if I moved. I made an oopsie. I moved every player token to the GM token by mistake. So I'm like, just give me a second and I'll put you back where you belong. Good. Good. So, place yourself where you want on the map. Just know that Shafnium's pretty much here. So, and then I'll just.
Fuck to help me!
And wait.
A square is 5 feet, right?
Yeah, just a moment. And this is kind of like the mouth of a cave. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's really helpful. I like this. This is very simple.
So this way, you know, like the scene is Nazgul-like, and so
How much longer until daylight?
the whole fucking night.
So too long.
Yeah.
Shit.
If
Oh.
only you had
Yeah.
some skills
I
that lie
didn't
there,
prepare it.
Lucy.
I was thinking earlier, but I didn't.
Wait, did you not
So-
get a heal on?
I'm going
I
to be
didn't
rolling
take the
initiative. So,
I mean, alright.
I mean, you were
I'm a
going
swordsman.
against a cult of shadows, and you did not prepare daylight. Shame. Shame
I
on you.
didn't think that we were fighting straight away.
At least Ravi's got us covered. I have to reroll
Yeah.
initiative, right?
Yeah. I'm giving you the chance to roll better. See how merciful I am.
18.
All right.
How do you get an 8.14?
Because you
I don't know. My character sheet's strange.
no, it simply keeps
okay.
it shows you the dexterity. So in case 2 people make an 8, it tells you who has higher dexterity and so goes first. And Ravandiel is a 20. All right. So just give me a second. There's one more special guy who needs to roll because he's a happy guy. And yes, he does. Yep. So, now just give me a second. I need to sort them numerically. Yeah, descending. Yep. So, first off, I am so sorry for Shafnium. First off, I am so sorry for Shafnium. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you're not going anywhere, Shafnium. Here I am.
Fucker.
So, a shadow emerges from the darkness of a mouth cave and slams its cold, icy fingers into the back of Shafnium's spine. Or so.
No.
He tries and he fails. He misses. It's a 13. He misses.
Ooh.
So,
It's a 13?
yeah, it's 9 plus 4 makes 13. You have 14, so I miss you.
Holy shit, that's
So, basically, Shafnium sneezes and avoids the swing of... but,
So lucky.
then, let's
No way.
see, it's someone else's turn. Now, this other guy, on the other hand, let's see what he can do. So... Oh, yeah, no, this is going to hurt, because I do have advantage on this attack. So, a shadow demon appears from the darkness An actual shadow demon, not a shadow, a shadow demon.
Oh God!
And grows as he slams or attempts to slam both of his claws into Ravandil's flesh. And he does hit because it's a 21 with a second attack. So yep,
Where's the demon?
it's right in front of you.
Like, where's the demon relevant to Ravi? Because I see a demon that just showed up right behind me.
There's one right in front of you too.
There's a demon in front of me.
There's a demon there, and
Yeah, there's a shadow demon in front of Shafnium. Yeah.
You mentioned Ravi was the one who was attacked.
No. I mentioned you, Shafnium. I said Ravandil, I made a
Oh.
mistake. It's always Shafnium. He's the one who he has the orb.
I
So,
have literally come closer to dying than anyone else here. More
I mean,
often, at least.
next time,
Alright.
don't say you have the orb. So, yeah, I have advantage on the attack roll. So this is going to hurt you a lot more. Yeah.
Fuck.
So, it's 18 psychic damage.
I only have 3 hit points left.
Sorry to hear that. So, you see the claw demon kind of wrap its claws around Shafnium and squeeze the life out of him. And he laughs and cackles and goes, and his voice echoes into your heads as it's telepathy. He laughs and says, "A shadow's realm is soon to come. Cower in fear, mortals, for you are nothing but a stepping stone to his power." Ravandil, it's your turn. Shafnium is about to die horribly.
Help me!
How the fuck am I supposed to do? Let's see, wait. Yeah, if I go there, I'm gonna be killed. So, let me think. Wait. Actually, let me check. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go near them and cast Thunderwave.
There's Shafnium in the middle of it.
I only have 3
I
hit
mean-
points, you jackass!
And wait. Are you conscious?
Ravendale, hold your turn until I go. I can at least do a healing word. It is
I mean,
nothing.
I have Cure Wounds. I can cast that.
Yes, but you need to go close and touch him.
You need to get closer though.
Oh, shit.
I'm hearing the
Honestly-
piano man in the background. Like the fucking piano.
Oh, right, thank you. Oh, right.
And meanwhile, shadow demons are lunging at me from every direction, and I'm narrowly dodging or just getting brutally beaten the shit out of.
Right, I was forgetting the
Alright.
music.
I can hear it.
Turn on piano, man. Now you kind of have to.
So, Ravandil, what do you do?
I need to check. Wait. I need to check something. Can I use a snaring strike?
You can try.
Okay, so I take my bow.
Yeah.
I cast a snaring strike on the demon, and I shoot him.
So,
Do this, and I shoot my.
yeah. So you shoot your bow. All right, go for it. Shoot. So you shoot on the demon or on the normal shadow?
The demon because he's closest.
All right. So you actually hit him, which is good. So the damage. So the arrow sails through the air and strikes into the chest of a demon, who laughs as the sharp tip does not penetrate enough. And as the thorny vines attempt to wrap around him, his body made of shadow easily slips free. I am sorry, Ravandil. He is immune to being grappled or restrained.
Damn it, Ravi.
So he's...
Shit.
He suffered a little bit of damage, but it's not enough.
Now it's my turn.
No, actually, I have an extra attack.
Go for the extra attack
You
then.
do.
And I also have Colossus Slayer, because I hit him and he lost.
Yeah? Go for
actually,
it.
I think yeah, so I roll a 1d8, I think it was. Yeah, 1d8. Another 5 extra. And I guess I shoot him again.
Go.
Like I'm trying to taunt him,
Yeah.
to distract him.
So you hit him again. Good.
Once more.
Alright. He laughs and he's like, your puny mortal attempts at rallying me up are failures. Shafnium, it's your turn.
My turn then, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna spend my last key point to disengage,
Yeah.
and I have. Let's see, what's my movement speed? Let me just check. 40 feet. I have 40 feet of movement. So one.
Hold on. One more thing. Since you used your bonus action to disengage with key, right?
Yeah.
You can use your actual, you can use your actual action to dash, doubling your movement speed.
So you
I can do that.
yeah, so you basically can leave everyone else behind as they get swarmed and killed by the shadows and yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see. 1, 2. If it's 80 movement speed, that means that I can move 16 spaces.
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I passed Donner the bag with the orb in it, and then I just I turn around while I'm running and I point at it with both of my hands and I say, "He has it! He has the orb!" And then I continue running away. And 2. How many am I up to now? In terms
10.
of movements?
10 squares.
10.
So it's 50 feet.
1, 2. Is there like a tree somewhere nearby? Or is this all one big clearing?
It's all one big clearing. If there were trees, they've been cut down specifically to allow for this situation to happen.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
So-
I continue running. 2, 3, 4, and how many more movements do I have?
I think you're done with them.
Okay, great. So I take my moment to turn around and I just sort of shout, "He's all yours! Have fun with that! Bye!" And I guess that's as far as I can go this turn.
So you realize they're laughing, all of them. You can run all you want, but you can never hide from your own shadow.
Yeah, Donner has this bag now of flour and oil that these demons are absolutely convinced are the doomed to wrath.
Yes, so now, Pose of Green, it's your turn.
Right. Well, there goes my idea of having to heal him, which is good because I don't really want to. Let's see. I do have Charm Person. Which is
Yeah, I don't think
30
it's gonna
feet.
work.
5,
I mean, if you want to try Charm Person, you can try it.
How does this work?
Yeah.
If I do,
It's humanoid.
I highly recommend running away.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can defeat the shadows, but not.
yeah, at this point, I want different spells to fight. Yeah, book it. I'm gonna book it. I've got 30 speed. If I use bonus action as well, I can double that. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's 60 feet.
Sorry?
60 feet then. Yeah, if you double
Yeah.
30 becomes 60.
So I'm gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Run! So 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Alright. So,
And that's it.
yep. So now, shadow number 1, number 13. Who's here? So, fun thing, shadows move 40 feet. So, 10, 20, 30, 40. And double movement means they end up right here.
Shit.
You're not going anywhere. And then, surprise of surprises, guess what was hidden until now? Another shadow. And this shadow goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, yep. Here we are. But well, we've done with the movement.
God.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so I'm just going to stop here. Now, Donner, it's your turn, and you're surrounded by twirling shadows. You have a feeling it's not going to end well.
I look at the bag in my hands. I look back at Shafnium and I say, "Man, left with the bag and running out on me, he might be my father."
Oh, that's hard.
That's horrifyingly accurate!
Alright. So the good news here is that I can... Well, no, I can't really get out of this, but I can Thunderwave and see what happens.
You can!
We'll let it in the back.
Thunder wave away. And let's see
Okay.
what happens.
Cast... We're doing... sure. So, it's a Constitution saving
Yep.
throw on their part.
Alright.
Plus, so they... well, go ahead, actually, you first.
All three passed the save. Like, all three shadows passed the save.
Oh
They're
no.
floating in the fucking air, and you just threw like a ground attack at them. Is this really that shocking?
No, I mean,
Well, okay, so they,
Shock.
they
I
do
mean, I
all
guess it
take...
isn't because it's a thunder wave that failed.
Yeah. They do take 3 bonus damage each.
yeah.
Because of,
So it will be 14 damage,
the feature.
but it's halved because they passed the Constitution save, right?
Well, no, it would be 5 because of the Constitution saving throw, and then the 3 damage is
Ah,
a
right.
feature for me where they take half of a sorcerer.
So yeah, so it will be 8 damage, but
Mhm.
guess what? They have resistance to thunder damage, so they only take 4. Today is
Okay.
not your
Well,
day.
Yeah, I'll try lightning next time. Now, the one good thing this does, though, is that because I used a first level or higher spell, I can immediately fly up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks.
Well, if you want to fly up to 10 feet, be my guest.
They can fly too, I'm guessing.
Right. So I'm reading that as I can fly, like, in a direction, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Just
Yeah, so I'm just using that as a
Diagonal
budget disengage.
Oh, right.
Diagonal tiles.
Yeah, I understand what you did. You used the spell, then you disengaged while flying. Alright, yes.
Effectively, yes.
Alright, everything makes sense now. Alright. So,
I still have movement.
yeah?
Okay. I'm just gonna, yeah, actually I know. So I got 30 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that pauses between me and them.
So,
And don't, I mean, you were expecting it.
Yes, I totally was.
so, new turn, like, Ravendil, the shadows actually ignore you. They have more pressing concerns. So it's like, you kind of see this stream of shadows just emerge and fly off. And you're like, why are you ignoring me?
No, like, yes, ignore me. Please do.
Like, this shadow comes close to Pose and floats over her head like, you're non-important. We want the orb. Fuck off. And then it's the Shadow Demon's turn. Now, the Shadow Demon looks a bit, and then he disappears from sight.
Oh,
Oh.
oh no.
Oh shit.
So let's
Either
see.
that's teleportation or that's invisibility, and I don't like the prospect of either.
Yeah, he's gonna kill me.
Alright. So, Ravandil, it's up to you. From where you are, from the mouth of a cavern, you can hear more horns being rang. You are relatively sure you awakened the beehive, and they are now coming for you, regardless of your feelings or intentions.
Alright.
Do you want to
am I
give
near
me...
one of the-
Wait. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I knew it. Wait, what's... Perception... Ah, that is it.
Nice! So, you have 2 turns before reinforcements arrive. What you do in these 2 turns is up to you.
Alright. First of all, a question. Am I near one of the meeting spots with the ravines and all that shit?
No, you're not. You're by the mouth of a thing.
Shit, so I don't. So I can go near
No.
somewhere. Fuck. Well, there goes my plan. Let me just... Well,
What do you do?
uh,
I mean, the shadows are actually ignoring you. Because they all care about the fucking orb, so...
can you hear me? Can I scream at Donner and tell him to take the orb and run towards the meetings?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you
I
hear
think
Donner,
so.
you hear Ravandil screaming, "Bring the orb to the meeting place! Bring it there!"
Do I have to make a perception check to tell if that's the hobgoblin screaming? Because that sounds really familiar.
Nah, you realize it's Ravandil that's screaming that. But, so Ravandil, do you do anything else? Or do you just stay there at the mouth of a cavern?
Well, I book it, obviously.
Then
I mean, but I don't think we'll go.
move then.
I think I'm gonna go here. Right?
I mean,
30 feet.
yeah, but you can do double movement.
Run.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
the
yeah.
bonus action.
Oh, right, thank you.
You don't want
So
to
it's another 30.
Yeah.
So it's another, I think it's, yeah.
Alright, so, since we only have that much space, I'm going to be selecting all of you and just kind of gliding you all back, while making it seem like you've actually all moved. So there's no longer the mouth of a cavern, so that's not a problem. I'll just erase the drawings. Yep. And I'll just move what needs to be moving. Alright. So... just move you one more. I mean, since I'm here, I can just move you a little bit more back. So, in the meantime, Urist, are you still with us? So,
Yes.
you were led into this simple wooden hut by this dwarven hermit. But,
Yes.
as the chatting of a dwarf dies down after half an hour circa, you realize his ears are perked up and his eyes are gazing out of the window of a hut, and there's a cig that leaves his mouth. Ah, there's a battle going on. I can smell it, and my weak bones are crying out. There's full magic afoot right now in the hills.
I should probably go then.
You know what? Maybe you should need a mount. Do you have a horse?
I step back and I do a short prayer to the god of gods, Shade, best god, and I cast Find Steep.
Yeah. I mean, that would take you 10 minutes. I'll make it... It will be quicker this way. Instead of casting the spell to get the steed...
Right, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean...
Bitch.
I mean, the...
No, I'll just take the course.
Yeah, no, I mean, the old dwarfen hermit brings you to the side where he has a large ram.
Even better.
He looks at you and goes, "This is Skullhead. He served me well during my times as a warrior. I hope he'll serve you well too."
I will bring him back to you.
Sure, I'm in no hurry. Go now!
But for now, I gotta go with my friend.
Go now.
Jump onto that fucking goat and
The goat...
ride.
Alright, so the goat runs, and basically the hermit pretty much called on the battle being waged from the moment Shafnium stepped inside the cavern. Though you would have no way of knowing this. So you are here. Just give me a second, I'll put you back in the token layer. Give me a initiative check. Once I've added you to the roster. Just give me a moment and I'll... Oh, come on, I need to put you down a bit. A turn, alright. Go for the initiative, Urist.
Yeah, give me a hot second. Where is initiative? I am dumb and can't find it. There we go.
Perfect, it's a 7. So, yeah, you're last of the round. So, Shafnium. Yeah, it's Shafnium
The
turn.
hero arrives last.
Yeah, no, Shafnium, you basically see cresting over the horizon a large woolly ram, and atop it there is Urist, standing tall and proud. And you kind of wonder who the fuck woke him up.
All right, I think the plan's shot.
Just run. Let's just run.
So,
No, we got this.
Shafnium, what do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna run to him and I'm gonna explain the situation.
Well, so you're going to...
I'm riding on a goddamn fucking ram. I'll come to you, man.
I mean, you're much further away from these monsters, and I do need to tell you about what the fuck is happening here. I have plenty of time. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not the one holding the orb.
What a horrible person you are.
So I'm just going to move 80 feet.
Yeah?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah?
Let's see, that's 40 feet so far.
No,
1, 2, 3. Am I within speaking distance?
yeah.
So I run up to Orist. I've run like 55 feet.
See, yeah?
And I just rapid fire explain the situation to him. Urist, you're alive! We had no idea what happened to you! The cults attacked us in the middle of the night and they kidnapped you, threw you somewhere else! We had absolutely no plan whatsoever! We went to the cave looking for you, and then they demanded that we give them the orb, and they made me disguise myself as you! It was insane! It was a ridiculous thing! I had no idea what happened after everybody took the blood, and we were all just completely out of it! It was insane! And we went after them, and now we're being attacked by shadows! Help!
What?
You know...
No, I'm not gonna ask.
No, but, you know, I am going to be completely honest right now. If Shafnium had told the truth of what had happened, the oath would have been over without any problem whatsoever. Because the oath was broken by the hobgoblin side.
Yeah, I was
So,
about to say.
Shafnium, do you want to change your eyewitness account?
I
Oh my
seriously
God.
ponder my life decisions. I take a deep
Yeah.
breath, and I decide, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Every other plan I've had has been shot today. Okay, look, Oris, here's the reality of it. We knew they were going to stab us in the back, and we didn't want to throw you into the lion's den without some kind of protection. So we knocked you out in advance for your own good and went to try and deal with these goblins ourselves. The moment they thought that we had the orb, they stabbed us in the back. So they've broken your oath. You don't have to bring back the orb anymore. You're free. We can kill everybody now.
So, I appreciate it. I appreciate the honesty.
They
And,
finally.
I forgive you for knocking me out. Now let's.
Oh.
What say you that we go kill them all?
May I ride with you on the goat, because I just ran a
Yeah,
lot.
he kind of, and also, like, Shafnium just has like 3 hit points left. Like, his entrails are just dragging around rocks, and he's got a necklace made of his intestines, so...
Yeah, right. I'm gonna hop on the back of the goat and ride it right behind him, and I'm going to assume that while we're running, if he has any kind of passive debuffs, I'm just gonna be, I'm gonna be with him on this.
Oh,
We're gonna have to partner
I'm
up.
not- Don't worry, I'll hit you up on my turn.
Okay, so we're both on the goat now.
Alright, so... You're both on the goat, so... Shafnium's up. Pose, it's your turn.
Right.
I love the Shafnium's first fucking instinct was to lie, though.
Yeah, no, I mean...
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
That's an interesting idea.
So each object in a 20-foot cube within range is highlighted in violet. I'm gonna choose violet color.
Alright.
20-foot cube from... Let's see, where's a good spot? 20 foot would be 4.
Actually,
So, from...
Well, since this guy's right beside me, I'm just gonna do that.
Alright.
Just him, I guess, for now. So there's like 4... There's like lights, orb lights are all around. Fairy lights all around.
Alright, so I have a dexterity saving throw, or I get... Yeah, let's see if I can manage. So... And I dodge, I guess.
Yeah.
The shadow dodges, for the shadow is the shadow. So...
Oops, sorry. I accidentally deleted my own.
No!
Sorry.
She committed suicide to avoid the despair of having lost, and... I mean,
Sorry.
I guess
I can't get rid of.
a turn...
It's supposed to be the dog that gets shot first, not the cat.
I don't remember your initiative, but I'll put you at 14, so you're above... I mean, yeah, so...
It's 16 initiative.
Yeah, but it's fine, I mean... 16, alright.
Okay.
So, you still have a movement, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. As well as guess.
Because Fairy Fire is an action, so you still have a movement.
Can I do bonus action then?
Yes?
Healing Spirit.
Sure.
Healing word on whom?
And then the Healing Spirit is just going to be... It's just going to be on the square above me.
Alright, but... Just give me a second, I need to check one thing.
Healing Spirit doesn't care who you are, it works for everybody.
Yeah, I know.
So you're healing the shadows.
Am I? Wait, would it work on them?
Technically, yes,
Okay.
because in 5th
Fine.
edition they changed the stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, you don't
fine.
attack.
It's a
after-
good spell, but like you want to use that when you're out of combat or when you're far enough away from people.
But wait, no. The spirit cannot heal constructs or undead. Shadows are undead.
Yeah.
It won't be healed.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, then it's fine.
Then again, none of us have been hurt so far. Donner haven't been-
Excuse you?
No, wait.
So far?
No,
Nobody
of us
important.
have been hurt.
So no, it's none of us that are important have been hurt so far.
No, it's just
I mean,
me
all
who's
you
being
did was
severely
run.
injured, not you guys. Yeah, that's nice. Real great attitude, guys.
I mean, just wait until we reach the new turn and then we'll...
Shit, why did I... Okay, fine, why not? I've already done it.
So, but on which direction? It's a line. You need to give me the line.
Alright, line directly down, otherwise I'm gonna hit Ravendell.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping for that. I was like, oh shit, why not?
No.
I mean, there is a line where you.
I have Draconic Ancestor, a Blood Dragon, so I think it would be half.
So, I half the damage.
Yeah, see, you can hit both of them if you do it like this.
Yeah, but I've already rolled the save, so it's too late. So,
It's fine.
it will be 17 damage because I have damage on dexterity save, but I have resistance, so it's only 7 damage.
Ah.
Alright.
That's not how you divide 17.
Ah, no, wait, 17, 16, 8. Yeah, I mean, I missed by 1.
Yeah.
So, now it's Shadow turn. And guess? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they can still attack. Great. So,
Oh, great.
Disagree. Not great.
Donner, I mean, are you ready to be hurt? But I miss you. Oof.
5. Miss.
Then, Shadow, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck! I'm 1 square short! Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this is better. So, attack number 2. This one hits. Doesn't it? Yeah, I would have thought so. So, well, it's going to hurt you more than it will hurt me. So it's 12 damage. Nice. And I drain 3 points of strength from your body. Return the orb! Blasphemous heretic!
Wait, was that to Donner or was that to me?
Donner has
That
the
was
orb.
me.
He has the orb, so
Oh,
like,
okay.
no yelling at him. Then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Let's see now. And this is a critical hit. Ouch.
Oh boy.
Fuck. This is.
I'll probably survive.
This is 16 damage.
Okay, I'm down to 10.
And I drain 4 points of strength.
I am at 1 strength.
Nice. You die automatically if you reach 0. Just so you know.
Okay.
Shit.
And it's now your turn, Donner. The strength has left your body. You can barely breathe. Your own heart makes an effort to pump, but it just wants to stop. Maybe you should just lie down and rest forever.
Oh, God.
Throw me the orb!
Okay, don't want to... I think Thunderwave has got to be my best bet in the hopes that I can get push. Yeah, there's no way I can throw.
Your strength is... You said your strength is 1. You wouldn't...
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't even know if I can still hold this, but I am going to cast Thunderwave again.
Alright.
Sorry.
Do it. Do it.
No, that's nice. No. Thunder Wave, just gonna cast level 1 because it's not much damage regardless. So Constitution saving throw for everyone. Actually, I'm gonna use Careful Spell
Alright.
with a sorcery point. So Pause gets a automatic success.
Alright.
Thank
So
I was about to.
you actually have done something you didn't realize, but you did a really good job. But yeah, I mean the 20 is pretty. He's not going anywhere, and so the 5 is, the 9 is, the 16 is not, the 12 is. So this is the 16. So it doesn't move. It's 2 squares, right?
Yep.
All right. And they all
and
take
then-
3 damage. Except-
6 because of the feature.
Yeah.
Except it's all reduced, right? So
Yeah.
never mind.
So
So
it's
3.
Yep. And the one who passed the save takes doesn't take the damage or takes half damage.
Half damage.
Yeah. So 1 is like, meh. I've seen worst.
I'll fly another 10 feet so I can get a little bit closer to you guys. And
And
book it.
that's where the beauty of it comes from. So
Mhm.
you attempt to fly away, and normally that would be a great idea. There's just one problem. This shadow has done everything it can and doesn't pretty much move. But I hope you haven't forgotten about my little shadow demon.
Ah, fuck.
He
No, I hadn't forgotten. I just hoped it went away.
no, he didn't. He was hidden until now. He's the one who made the natural 20 on the saving throw. So,
Shadow demon there when I did fairy lights.
yes, but your fairy lights was below him, so
Okay.
you didn't catch him. So, one of his claws attempts to land on your back. Should he manage? And if he does, well, he technically has advantage. So, let's
Is
see.
this an opportunity attack?
It is.
Oh, I'm get to ignore opportunity attacks with that fly.
Yeah, but I have fly, so
Right, but no, what I mean is that the text is actually doing so allows you to fly up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity.
ah, well, then that's a different story. That's an actually
Yeah.
different story. Then it's on me. It's my fault. Well,
Ah,
the shadow demon revealed himself because he liked to. I mean,
He tried to, but failed.
yeah, it's
okay. So I get to make my movement.
yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd try to throw it at this point, but I probably still can't.
But give me a.
Actually,
Well, if you want to throw it, just throw it. It's a.
make it a 5 strength.
Yeah, I mean, it will probably land at your feet, but
You know what? Yeah, I don't want this on my person anymore.
Yeah.
I will. Do you want to check, or do we just assume it falls at my feet?
just roll. Maybe you make a 1 and it just slams into your face, and or you make a 20 and then it flies actually off. Who knows?
Sure. All right.
Are you throwing it to me or just throwing it away?
I'm throwing it to you.
Okay.
Throw it to Shafnium. He likes holding on to it.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, no, it's a 4. Like
Nothing.
it lands here. Like it's. Let me just throw it.
So I have
Oh.
a sling.
Just give me a
I
second.
know exactly what I'm gonna do as soon as my turn rolls around.
Yeah, I think
There we go. It's kind of like a Picasso thing, but it's here.
Hold on. I need to activate the aura.
Pzoom! Urist has been activated. Prepare for ultimate death. So, it's now Uri's turn, right? Yep.
Yes.
So you have the ram moves at 60 feet, Urist.
Yes. As we ran past,
Oh!
I'm
Nice.
gonna snatch up the orb.
Alright, give me an animal handling check.
Okay. 10. Is that enough?
If it was just holding on, yes, but you attempted to grab the thing, so no.
So
So
I don't.
wait, no,
do we
it's
fall off or do it just not?
so Shafnium, you are behind Urist. Give me an animal handling check too. Come on, Shafnium, we believe in you. Shafnium,
Ours? You there?
Yeah, I'm really worried about this animal handling check. Cause like, Shafnium isn't really great with a lot of things.
come on, it's just animal handling. If you fail, it's all the better. For me, not for you, but... I mean... The thing is, Urist attempts to get the thing and fails and falls off. But Shafnium remains on the ram, who has to go at 60 feet. So it's 3, here. Shafnium, you're here. Urist, you're pretty much here. Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah, go.
I'm gonna snatch up the orb.
Alright, so Urist has this tumble, but then quickly dusts himself off, grabs the orb, and he's like, I've got the orb!
Oh, Jack Sparrow style. I got the jar of dirt.
You just hop back on the goat, right? Well, I'm now handling it, I guess.
He would have to
At
make a
this
check,
point-
because technically, I mean, the ram is still ongoing, so...
Eh.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself
Alright,
with the orb in my possession.
alright.
And so that's one less slot. And then with my action, I am gonna cast. Hold on. Does that actually work? Nope, it does not. So with my action, I am
Yeah?
going to prepare an attack
Alright,
at whatever fucker comes closest to me.
perfect. Just give me a second, because... it was this one. So...
Actually,
Yeah?
can I rescind that?
Sure. What do you want to do?
Okay. How much health are you missing? Shafnium?
I have only 3 hit points, and I'm
Yes,
supposed
what's
to
your
have
max?
40.
40? Okay, lay on hands, 30 hit points. To
Okay.
Shafnium.
So now I have 33.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is actually amazing. I'm back in this.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, so... Now it's this Shadow's turn, and the Paladin has the orb, like... Fuck it, damn, I hate Paladins! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... But I fly all the way to get in range and strike. Maybe I'll manage. Maybe I won't.
This little box should probably go away now since he has the orb.
I miss.
Nope.
The Shadow Demon sees the situation, and you realize it's sniffing the air. Then a really large smile spread across his face, and he disappears.
Oh god.
Ravandil, do you want to give me an insight check?
Alright. 1 sec.
Alright.
Oh wow. That's a good one.
Well, Ravi, do you remember after how many turns would reinforcements arrive?
2.
And how many turns have passed, Ravandil?
Oh shit.
Not answering will not change reality, Ravandil. So if I were you, I would just give the right answer.
Yeah, I mean, we used 2 turns, I think it was. But so 1 turn passed. So this means there's 1 turn.
No. This is already the end. I mean, this is the start of a third turn, Ravandil. Just so you know.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So-
So yeah, they're coming now.
What do you do, Ravandil?
I'm saying just yell as high as I can. Reinforcements are coming. Fucking scatter.
Is talking free action?
Yes,
Yeah.
talking is a free action.
Okay.
You know, Exactly.
Ravendil, get ready to get on. Is what I shout
Uh,
to you.
Okay, so I'm going
Are we
in here.
all riding? Are we all riding the sheep away?
I don't think we all can ride a single goat. But
No, I
I'm,
don't
I'm
think
a druid.
exactly. That's why I realized. I mean, so the
But
thing
you
is,
you can transform into a ram, Ravi, and maybe.
I was thinking war charge. I was thinking war horse, but okay.
No,
I mean-
warhorse is better. Warhorse is better. So you can turn into
Yeah.
a warhorse. Ravi and Donner can hop on you, and then while I'm on the goat with Orist, we all ride away. With
Yeah.
the orc.
Honor is
So
closer.
different directions.
Okay. Well,
No,
Donner's-
not in different directions. We split the party. That's what led to this problem.
I'm just
I
saying
mean-
Donner's closer to you, and I need to make a side road to Ravendil. So
All right.
Okay, yeah. I just go near her the minute I hear that. So I go.
Alright.
okay, even better.
So when Ravandil prepares an action, which I guess is when Pose becomes a horse, I hop on her back and. So
Yeah, I mean she's a kitty, so I'm like.
yeah. So Shafnium, you need to give me an animal handling check
Another one.
because it's the start.
Okay.
It's the start of your turn and you're on the ram. You actually managed to stay on the ram. Congratulations, Shafnium.
Okay.
So now, what do you want
Okay.
to
you're in
do?
control of the ram now, so you can move it around.
All right. So, I stand on the ram, and how far can the ram move?
60 feet.
How many feet?
I'll just write
60.
it down. 60.
And then I have my own movement, right?
Yeah.
No.
No. Like, the ram is your movement. But to direct him is a movement action. So basically,
It's an upgrade in the sense that
Exactly.
I don't have to use dash anymore. All right. Can I have Urst hop on?
on Uri's turn, yes. Or you can try to pull him up on your turn.
Oh, I don't have the strength for that.
Maybe you
Urst
can
hop on
try.
it.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen if you fail?
Okay. Okay, I think I know exactly what to do.
Hold on. I need to check something about the Oath of Conquest. Specifically the tenets.
On running away.
Okay, how many demons are there right now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the one that we can't see. So, before else, can I look around and see if I can spot the demon that is hiding?
If it's going to be something like you're not allowed to run, I am going to be so mad.
Like, can I make a perception check to see if I can spot it?
I mean, you can try to spot him.
Okay, so... Where's perception? Here it is. Of course, there's no way I see him.
No.
Alright, well, in that case, I'll do the best I can, and I have the ability to cast Dancing Lights, and all these demons are very, very close to me. So I'm going to have a bright, shiny, multicolored light show up, like, right in front of each of these
Dancing
demons.
light gives you dim light. So it's not bright,
Okay,
it's
right.
dim.
I'm going to use that to try and blind them by putting the light, like, flashing right in front of them.
It's
Full-on light effect.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to work. Like, if it were bright light, I could agree with you, but dim light, it's just not going to
Dim
work.
light doesn't work. Okay, I need a different plan. Shit. Okay. So I have the orb now, right?
No, I still have the orb.
Urist has the orb.
Okay, so I take the orb from Oris. I hold my palm under it, and I use prestidigitation to cast a rainbow flame that reeks of blood, and I hold it underneath the bag, and I keep it a certain distance away. And then I leer at all of them, and I announce, if any of you move, I will permanently destroy this orb with arcane magic by the word of our god Shade.
Hell yeah.
And that is a promise.
They pretty...
Deception check.
I mean, yes, but also no, because they pretty much all start laughing at you. Like, all of them. From the first to the last, they're like... I mean, it's like, I'll turn the sky pink. They just start laughing. Even as the shadows are undead, they all laugh. And, I mean...
Okay, so I shrug, and I light the bag on fire. And I toss it away. It's
With
filled
the orb
with
in it?
flour. It's filled with flour and lamp oil. So it's gonna explode instantly as soon as I just toss it.
Yeah, where do you toss
Not even
it?
aiming at anyone. I just like toss it in a general this way direction so that they can all see where it went, and they can see that it just bursts into flames and explodes. And then I stare at them. I leer at them. My
Yeah?
power is greater than your gods in accordance to my fate
And
and my faith.
they
Does it
look...
work?
No, they actually look at the bag as it burns, and they realize they had been tricked, and there was no orb. So now, instead of concentrating on the orb alone, they will now pick on targets of opportunity.
Ah,
Why?
God damn it, Paul. I'm Shafnium.
And there's...
Oh, I thought the plan was to run anyway, so let's do that.
So,
So
Bows of
the
Green...
question is,
Yeah?
do we now stay and fight, or do we run?
no!
No!
We fucking book it!
There are
We are not prepared
reinforcements
for this.
coming!
I mean, that was the plan.
By the way,
It's 5-on-1. We're outgunned. We're outclassed. We can't even see one of the people who are against us. Oh, it's not really 5-on-1, but it might as well be because they have reinforcements, for fuck's sake.
I mean, yeah, which part?
Situation.
by the way,
Disgusting.
the music that you are listening to right now is the Elven Dirge. Because, I mean, there's so many elves who are going to die today. It feels...
Okay, we have to retreat. I'm on the goat. Oris is going to be on the goat. Listen,
It's my
pause.
turn. So
Yes?
Bonus.
Turn into a fucking horse.
war horse. Wait for
Ravandil,
get on me, and as fast as I can.
Ravandil, you need to decide. Are you going to jump on her with an acrobatics check or an athletic check?
I'm going
Pick
to pick.
whichever's higher.
Let me check.
Whatever's
check.
your highest, man. Come on.
Wait, before rolling, if he fails, will you wait for him pose or will you just run away?
Shit, I'll wait for him.
Alright. Ravandil,
I don't deserve you.
there's even the music in the back. Perfect!
It's
Yeah.
a perfect
Woohoo!
16.
Yes!
He rolled.
Snap
So-
he rolled. a
Ravandil
nat 20
jumps on
and
pose
a nat 1.
with...
He rolled
I
a
then
nat
shift
20.
into a war horse.
Holy shit! If the order of those rolls was in reverse, you
Oh
would
my
have
God.
accidentally trampled him.
So, the war horse can move at quite the speed if I'm not wrong.
60
It can.
80, I think.
Yep.
60, yeah.
So, go for it.
Sweet.
Wait, can't you use
yeah.
Can't you use dash as an action or no?
No, because I shifted to war horse.
All right.
So we have Ravandil, which is
Yeah.
pretty much next to him. There we go.
Actually, one more.
One.
Well, you're gonna have to run over to this guy over here because he needs help and he's injured.
He
Well,
come
has a
on.
strength of
Yeah,
1, right?
assuming the shadows don't intercept me, I think I can make
Yeah,
that.
no, don't worry. The shadows are all closest to the paladin and to Shafnium. So
Ugh, fucking come and get me.
Okay. So
yeah, but as I said before, Shafnium destroyed the orb. So between you and Shafnium, they're going to target one of you. 2, 4, 6. Yep. So Shafnium, you're on the ram, and this shadow attempts to cleave your face in half.
In response to that, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to attack it with the sentinel feet.
Yep.
You can do that.
Yes, but I'll still get
So,
the
yeah.
attack in. Yeah.
You have to beat a 19.
Okay, so yeah, it's just one attack.
Yeah, and you even healed him of like...
Wait, do I hit him?
If it's a 10, you don't.
No.
It is a 10.
Then no, you don't. The shadow lives and strikes at Shafnium, and the claw hits and leaves a deep scar over his face. 10 damage! For a shadow is the shadow!
I'm just gonna end up having to fix that with Cure Wounds later.
Then the second shadow flies off and slams again into Shafnium.
Why is everyone attacking me?
Because you lied
bunch
to
of
all of them and made them go on a merry chase, and you are way weaker than the paladin. But I miss you.
Don't you also have Sentinel? I have a 14, so that didn't hit.
Yeah. And then the last shadow, which is here, tries the same thing again. I mean, Uris is pretty much surrounded by shadows, but the shadows don't care about him. First they want to kill Shafnium, then they'll bother, and they miss again. Donner, it's up to you.
Oh. So yeah, if you got like fucking lightning bolt or something, feel free to use it. Like, please.
Who, me?
Blast us. Blast all of us.
No,
Yeah,
Donner,
they're
it's...
resistant.
All of
So
my
you
spells
get
are focused on
two of
deception.
them, or two of them without hitting us. Right here.
You know, it's interesting that I'm the one with vicious mockery, but everyone seems to be coming out with the roast today.
They're probably all hungry.
Hungary. Alright. So,
Throw the lightning bolt then, if that's your choice.
what are we up to? What are we doing?
I mean, it's...
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was my turn.
Yeah, it's...
Fucking lightning bolt right here.
Yeah.
Look at, can you see my pointing?
Yeah, well, the only thing is they're resistant. They
right.
might not be resistant to fire.
You can
In
try.
this case, I could just throw out some scorching rays, but I want to make sure I'm over by the wall.
Come closer.
Yeah, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Damn,
6.
they are just...
That's as close as I can get and still actually attack. But to get on, is that a full action?
It's a bonus action. It will
Bonus
be...
action. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
But the bonus action
So
will have to
can-
be with an athletic or an acrobatic check.
right. Can I attack and then hold a bonus action?
You can do that, yes.
Okay. In that case, I will throw out. Let's throw out some scorching rays.
Alright, on who?
I'm gonna put. We have no idea how much like hit points or anything these guys have, right?
No,
We
the
haven't-
shadows,
been able to
twirling motes of darkness and
Yeah.
evil.
We just haven't been able to hurt them, like, at all.
Okay. I'm gonna
I mean,
throw
apparently-
all of my scorching rays. Oh.
Well,
Uh,
the first one,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it's success.
the closest one to me.
Alright.
That'd be
You have-
66 if you put them in the
Yeah.
So that's
Nice.
what?
So, how much damage do they do again, the scorching rays?
66.
66 if they're all on
Yep.
the same target.
Yeah.
It is.
All on this one.
Roll
So,
them. Roll them.
yes.
I mean, if you need to give me the free...
What?
Yeah?
What is the roll command for this? I haven't done this for a while.
/roll.
/roll 66. Okay.
If you want to do the damage, you can just click on the Scorching Ray thing, and then it will throw them.
Yes,
See?
but that
You just dealt 19
for-
damage.
And then you do this.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, 19
Alright.
damage. The shadow dies.
All right. So we have at least a cap.
Even without the resistances, nice.
Whoa, were they resistant?
They were resistant, and just because it will add to the despair you are feeling, they technically have 16 hit points, and that shadow had 15 hit points. So it was literally overkill.
Okay, is it my turn?
It is Urista's turn, yes.
Okay, first of all, where them demons be at?
Where the,
Every side.
Yeah.
the demon
Right around you.
The demon is near you, but your senses feel there are a dozen more incoming.
Oh, damn. Okay, so here's
Everyone
what I
get
do.
away.
I attack this one.
Alright, are you sure?
Yes,
Because you could just get on the ram and run away.
yes, but I need to ensure that we don't get hit on the way out.
So the
So
12 actually hits him. Yep, it does.
Good. Okay, so that's damage is a thing. 10 damage,
Yeah?
which I guess is half because it's resistant.
Yes.
And then I also spend a second level spell slot to smite it.
So the smite is radiant damage.
Yes,
Oh,
4d8.
that's
Alright, yes, because we're vulnerable to it.
Is it a d8 or is it a d10? I forget. Let me check. Divine smite. Yes, 4d8.
Nah.
23.
Another overkill!
Ooh,
Because it would actually be 46. Like,
Oh, cool. And then I attack this one.
alright.
And hit it.
Yep.
So 2, and then I spell the first. Then I spend a first level spell slot
Alright.
from 3d8, radiant,
Dead.
and then I use my bonus action to cast fucking spiritual weapon on the last one, but it misses.
So, attack, bonus, and that's it.
I jump on the goat and run the hell away.
Yeah, so
Nice.
you
Yeah.
jump on the goat, but you're going to have to give me an athletic or acrobatic check.
Athletics, is it a saving throw or check?
A check. It's acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
Oh, I realized something. So I
Yeah?
cast a spell, which means I can fly. Can
Yeah?
I just fly onto the horse?
You actually can. That's fine. Yep.
Okay.
So alright, so we have 2 on the horse and Urist holding Shafnium while he's on the horse. And
No, we're on a go.
yeah, you're on a
We're
ram.
on a ram.
Yeah. So can you move now? No, you cannot because you used your action to get on top of it. So
Yeah, it's cool. We got fucking. We're getting out of here soon.
yeah, no. That's a nice thing of you to say, but it's not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen. So
Also, can I get a spiritual weapon token?
yeah. Just give me a second. I'll just put. Come on. Search by tag or name. No pictures. Sword. Give me a sword. Here we go. We have a sword. Yeah.
Can I?
Alright.
I don't think I can move that.
Just give me a second and you will. I'll give you the power to do that.
Okay.
Controlled by. Let's see. Svend. Here we are. Shh. Save change. Can you now move it? Try. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And now for the shadows! So, you felt the presence of demons, not of undead.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
What is that?
We can take them,
Invisible demon.
right?
What is that thing that is gigantic in the middle?
I'll just put
Yeah.
them
I think
in
it's
the...
maybe a Shadow Lord or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Like a Shadow Mastiff?
So-
maybe?
A shade, I think it's a shade lord.
An
The
edge
fact
lord.
it's a shade lord.
So,
They're actually shade lord.
well, it depends. I mean, they just arrived. So, it's not yet their turn, but... So, this shadow over here kind of looks at the paladin and, well, he tries to smack him. So, he just... I guess I get an attack of opportunity from the sword.
Wait, does he try to smack me?
Yeah,
Okay, well, yeah, attack of opportunity from the sword.
yeah, but I'm sure the sword won't kill me, so I'll just... You know, I'll roll with mine. Yeah, no, I miss you, so just hit me with your sword and let it be done.
8 force damage.
Ah, force damage. Nice. Yeah, the force damage I take full. Perfect. So now... Alright. You guy, you've been invisible, you've done nothing, and now though you are called to serve once more. Where shall I put you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you'll stay there for the time being. Alright. So, Ravandil.
I think I can shoot him from that range. It's 150 with my bow,
Yeah, you can.
right?
You can. You absolutely can.
I think
Yeah.
we should just GTFO. Like, just don't worry
Like,
about us.
I don't want him to get an attack of opportunity because I'm going to kill him. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to basically tell the kitty to skedaddle out of here. But I want to make sure that, no attack of opportunity. So I'm just going to shoot him.
I mean, you can
Almost
try.
60 feet, right?
So, wait, which
Yeah,
one were
yeah.
you shooting at? One of the small ones or the big one?
The small one, obviously. I don't want to piss off the big ones.
Like, yeah, no, I'm not pissing off the big one. I don't know, who the fuck wants to do that? So,
So yeah.
8
Okay.
damage. Yeah, alright. Alright. I'll take the 8 damage, but it's halved. Obviously.
So,
Okay.
12. Right?
Alright.
Said their HP was 16. That's 12.
Yeah, it's
4 now, I
16, so
guess?
it's a 12 now, so it's got 4 hit points left.
4 left. Nice.
One HP gun.
Ah, yeah. Now I... Alright, so with the last hit, it dies.
What? Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was 4 and they have like 15 hit points. They're just really hard to bring down when you throw at them with damage that they are resistant to and you do low damage and they pass the save throws. But otherwise, I mean...
Okay, so
What?
let's regroup.
So, wait.
So I'm like,
Yeah? So, actually, Shafnium, you are the one on the ram. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh no.
All right.
It can't go wrong.
It does go wrong.
Why?
So,
Why?
Urist, give me an animal handling check, please. Just so we can end this with your lives or your deaths.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
so the well, Pose of Green and Shafnium. I mean, Shafnium tries now. Pose of Green, you're on your own. You are your own horse. So you don't need to roll animal handling to get the fuck out of there. The fact is, you realize, looking back, that Urist Ram does not look like it wants to cooperate. It's really not cooperating at all. You have a feeling he's going to stay there. So, what do you do?
First, this ram is more stubborn than you are.
Could you make an animal handling check in order to lead him?
He already tried the first time.
Oh no, pause. As the horse.
She
Ranger,
could.
can I try something?
I mean, technically, it depends. Like, if
As a horse, would I be able to talk to the ram and say,
no, but you
Come
could
on.
be able to do some kind of inter-animal diplomacy.
yes? Could I?
Yes, you
I mean, you're a
can.
druid. If anyone could, I think yeah.
Yeah, I actually think you
Entirely
can do it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, what do I roll?
Well, let's see.
It might be a language check
Do I do
if you're
animal
talking
handling?
animal.
Let me just think about it, because between animal handling or persuasion, I mean, it should be persuasion, but again, it's you pick animal handling or persuasion. Your call.
Animal handling it is.
I think that the
All
goat
right.
Because my persuasion
has a
is
fighting
like-
spirit. It doesn't want to retreat.
Yeah, no, the
It wants
goat.
to fight.
So,
Old goat, hurry up! We are outgunned. I do not want to end up as glue.
So basically, you hear a really sharp, goat-like scream coming from Pose, and the next second, the ram on which you stand starts running forward, bringing you both with her, and it's basically it just runs, just fucking runs. And I guess you follow behind them, and as you do that, you finally put behind you the rest of the demons who, as much as they can fly, they are still slower than you. So, you manage to get to safety after a long, tiring night, and as the light of the day finally shines over you, you realize you're pretty much in the middle of the mountains. But that's when the demons stopped giving chase, because the sun was coming back
Daylight.
up. Yep.
Oh, okay. So we need to find a way to kill everything in that cave.
So right now you are in the middle of the mountains, you are tired out of your wits, you spent the whole night running away from the demons, but on the positive side, Urist no longer owes an oath to the hobgoblin.
Well,
That's-
you know what? That's a net benefit. We're all alive. Forrest is out of the oath, which was in fact the goal of the plan. We managed to kill 5 of their shades. We now know way more about what they're capable of. We also know that they're incredibly dishonest and dangerous. And now we can go back to the more reasonable plan of blowing up the mountain. So my plan was excellent and worked not as intended, but definitely accomplished all of our major goals.
I
Can
feel
we
like
come
more-
back to the blowing up the mountain bit later? Because while I would like to get rid of this mountain because of fucking shadow demons, I don't think we are at that point yet.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. I'm imagining Shafnium just thinking of some way to get some mining explosives inside of the mouth of the mountain.
Pause
And
goes
let's
back
not
to
get no
worshipping the sun.
flashbacks.
Pause goes back to just praising the sun.
Photosynthesis.
Praise the sun. Praise
You gotta
the
praise
sun.
something.
And I'm like, as got this Vietnam flashback to the city. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should blow up the mountain.
Yeah, just cause
Yeah.
a landslide.
Yeah,
but
just
the thing
bury
is,
everything in there. Fuck them. Let them die.
The thing is, where are we going to find explosives?
Actually,
Okay.
concerning explosive, Urist, you do know the answer to that. Because as you were spending your time in the company of a dwarfen hermit, he did mention he came from a city. The city of Kilmul's Deep, which is a dwarfen city. And you are relatively sure they do have explosives.
Kilmore's Deep. I like the sound of that. Kilmore's Deep.
Yeah.
All right.
Right here.
So here's the new plan. We go to Killmore Deep. Orist, we're going to rely on your diplomacy and your in with these dwarves to get us access to explosives. And then, for just righteousness, and because these guys were assholes who almost killed us all, we're going to blow up every mouth of that mountain and lock everything inside and let them suffocate. We are going to create a landslide that traps everyone in there so they can't get out. Are you up for this plan, Orist?
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, Ravi, you on board?
As long as it doesn't take too long.
Okay. Big D, pause. How about you two?
I still
Give me
say
a
we
thumbs
should go
up.
back later, but I am on with this.
All right.
Connor's still processing, learning these revelations about him, himself. So
Yeah.
he'll agree.
In the meantime, he's thinking,
So-
should I call Shafnium Bastard or should I call him Daddy? Which of the two is the name I should give him?
My God.
All right, so now we have a plan. Let's enact it immediately and strike while the iron's hot. We're exhausted, so at the very least we have a day to... Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, you still need to travel one full day to reach Rusty Top.
That's fine. One of us is a horse, and we have a goat. We can make that travel.
Yeah, no,
We're on that.
the animal transformation doesn't last for days.
Okay, it doesn't
No,
last
no.
days, but even so,
Okay.
we'll take turns on the goat. It doesn't matter. We're going to the nearest town. We're going to that city of Kilmore. It'll take us a day, and then we gotta get. Some
No,
bombs.
so to get to Rusty Top, it's 1 day. Then it's 5 days to Kilmus Deep.
Okay, so we have to travel a week. I say we travel a week, resupply at
Rusty
resupply at
Thorpe.
that town. Yeah, Rusty Thorpe.
I can summon another mount. So really, we're working with 2 mounts here. By the way, what's the goat's name?
The goat's name is Skulk. Skullhead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Skullhead.
Skullhead. That's a badass name. I like that name.
That's
We're
a
gonna
good
have
name, I
Skullhead
like that
the
name.
goat.
Cool. Shade, it is now a part of the party, and if you kill it, you will break my tiny dwarven heart.
So it will be the first animal that dies. Alright, thank you for telling me this.
I mean, as long as it's not the cat or the dog.
They... No. You know, the fact is, because we have pretty much agreed that Donner is Shafnium's son, had during the drug-fueled dreams of his 100 years, he will die while finding proof that he is your son. So he'll be like, I am your father. No!
All right.
I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
it's mostly confirmed, but I can still deny it
Yeah, you can still deny it.
is
Like,
so.
it's fine, it's fine.
at this
Look,
Your
point.
heart of
Yeah.
hearts, though. You
I
know.
have Schrodinger's backstory. For all I know, I'm everybody's dad.
Even the tabaxi, and we don't want to know how it happened. So,
And this old photo of Shadow and the cat.
The backstory is that I did grow up with my tabaxi mom, so.
Yeah.
I like to think that every time Shafnium ended up in a relationship with someone, there was like a portrait or a miniature picture that was made, and his face is in all the wedding photos, and it's been conspicuously torn out of every single one of those individual.
yeah,
miniature
there are
pictures.
some parts of the Elven cities where you are a wanted man. So, just so you know, like, he ran away at the altar, and...
Some parts.
Yeah.
Only some.
Well, it was just 100 years. So,
Uh,
for today, this is all, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed yourself on this mad train for the time being.
Yay.
And next time will be next week, same time, same hour, and you'll probably be dead by then, but it's fine.
I mean, I hope not.
Just so.
I mean,
Yeah?
I was
I do
promised
have one
Tarask.
complaint.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to ride a Tarask.
Yeah, no, you actually prevented the Tarask from awakening for the time being.
I
I'm
mean-
sorry.
You broke my tiny kitty heart.
Then I've done a good job.
Was written. Well, he did keep his promise. Something was written, wasn't it, Tarask?
Yeah, it was a
He
ram.
wrote the goat.
And maybe the goat is a Tarask. I mean, maybe below the fur and everything.
We haven't asked it yet.
Yeah?
No, the goat is the Tarask kid and Shafnium.
You were supposed to slay the dragon, not lay with the dragon.